Chen Yi stood at the door of his apartment. Seeing his bank account balance, his face lit up with pure excitement. He muttered to himself, if Qingxia finds out I just won 100 million, she's gonna lose her mind with joy. But the moment he opened the door, he noticed a strange pair of men's dress shoes sitting by the rack. His face instantly froze. From the bathroom, he could hear a woman's wild, flirtatious laughter, followed closely by a man's voice. In a split second, Chen Yi realized, it was Chen Dao. Boiling with rage, he kicked the bedroom door wide open, only to catch his girlfriend and his worst enemy wrapped in each other's arms. Li Qingxia, you worthless tramp. How long have you two been screwing around? Well, actually, long before you even met Qingxia. She was already my woman. That's right. Chen Dao just set me up to string you along, Chen Yi. Chen Dao bragged with a smug smirk, boasting about how even Chen Yi's projects and his entire company were all stolen away through his carefully laid traps. Chen Yi couldn't hold back his fury any longer. He roared, Chen Dao, you absolute son of a bitch. I'll tear you apart. He lunged forward, pinning him to the floor and beating him mercilessly. You're nothing but a filthy delivery boy now. Qingxia and I are getting married soon. Oh, really? Then I'll definitely be at the wedding. Trust me, I've got a massive surprise waiting for you both. After Chen Dao and Li Qingxia finally left, Chen Yi lit up a cigarette. His eyes were burning with pure hatred. He coldly pictured all the people who had ever humiliated him, wondering what their faces would look like when they saw the 100 million sitting in his bank account. Right at that moment, his mother, Lu Yuzhu, gave him a call. Over the phone, her gentle voice asked how he was holding up, though she mentioned that the relatives were all calling him a disgrace. An ache gripped Chen Yi's heart. Taking a deep breath, he firmly said, Mom, I'm coming home this year. He decided right then and there to travel overnight back to his hometown for the new year. Chen Yi first stopped by the supermarket to buy some holiday gifts, then hopped on the overnight bus heading back home. After a long, bumpy ride, the bus pulled into Longtang town right as the sun came up. He then caught a motorized tricycle all the way to Qianshan village. Arriving at the doorstep of his family's old house, he stared at the heavy rust covering the iron gates, a flood of mixed emotions washing over him. The moment the gate swung open, his father, Chen Bangyao, was just rolling his motorcycle outside. Dad, Chen Yi called out, only to be instantly chewed out by his father, who screamed at him for being a worthless son. His mother tried to defend him, but his sister-in-law, Zhao Li, snapped at them both in pure disgust. She had completely taken over his old bedroom to make a nursery for her kid. Swallowing his anger, Chen Yi had no choice but to drag his luggage into the broken-down, leaky shack right next door. Earlier, as soon as Chen Yi had entered the village, he had been spotted by the village gossips. Lu Chunlin publicly mocked him, sneering, "Are you running from your debts, boy?" But Chen Yi just laughed it off. "You hit the nail on the head, Auntie Chunlin. Though I still owe quite a bit." He casually passed around some cigarettes to the old men nearby as he spoke. Now, pushing open the courtyard gate of his grandma's old house, Chen Yi saw Lin Wanqing chatting happily with his grandma and his little daughter. He froze in his tracks, completely captivated. He couldn't help but blurt out how gorgeous she had become. His compliment brought a shy, rosy flush to Wanqing's cheeks. "Oh, Xiao Yi, did you happen to bring a girlfriend home this time?" "Grandma, I'm buried in a mountain of debt. What kind of woman would ever want to be with a guy like me?" "Oh, please. In this day and age, who doesn't owe a little money? If you're really looking to settle down, I could set you up with a proper blind date." "Did you hear? The younger girls in the village are all getting set up by their families anyway." Chen Yi was caught completely off guard. He never expected his childhood crush to actually try and play matchmaker for him. The air between them suddenly grew thick with tension. Smirking, Chen Yi asked, "Is she as pretty as you, Wanqing?" The bold question made her beautiful face turn bright red. "I'll just look into that blind date for you. Just, promise me you won't talk about your debts when you meet her. Let me see when she has some free time first." Lin Wanqing had barely arrived at Chen Yi's place when drama broke out at the dinner table. Chen Yi put a chicken drumstick in Dudu's bowl, but Zhao Li snatched it right away. Chen Yi couldn't hold back and snapped at his sister-in-law. "What's your problem? What do you think you're doing? Making a scene at the table like this? Do you have any manners?" After dinner, Chen Yi walked Wanqing out and slipped Dudu a huge bag of snacks. Wanqing asked him, "How did you end up living in this old house?" "It got stolen from me, plain and simple," Chen Yi replied casually. As he handed over the snacks, their hands brushed against each other. The vibe instantly got a bit tense and awkward. Later that night, Chen Yi went out for drinks with his old buddy, Zhang Xin. Zhang Xin immediately asked about his debts. Chen Yi just smiled and said, "I've paid it all off." He then brought up borrowing a car for a blind date. Zhang Xin tossed him the keys without a second thought. That true brotherhood was fully understood over their drinks. The next day, Chen Yi drove the borrowed car, taking Lin Wanqing to Hohai village for her blind date. The courtyard entrance was already packed with cars. There was even a BMW parked there, but Chen Yi wasn't intimidated in the slightest. He grabbed the fruit and drinks and strutted right in. The moment they walked through the door, Wang Weiyang started trashing Chen Yi for being poor, even comparing him to Wang Hongyang's annual income of 500,000. Chen Yi openly admitted he was just a delivery guy. Wang Hongyang had barely started smirking when Chen Yi fired back, "That's right. I did borrow the car for this." But then, Chen Yi completely flipped the script. He called out Wang Hongyang in front of everyone, proving that the luxury liquor, premium cigarettes, and expensive bird's nest he brought were all dirt cheap knockoffs. Even his fancy car was a rental. The relatives quickly checked the labels, and sure enough, none of the barcodes worked. Wang Hongyang totally panicked. Later, Wanqing asked, "How did you know right away that he was just faking his wealth?" Chen Yi replied, "Sis, you've really got to keep your eyes peeled with guys now. Honestly, after seeing all this, I still feel the safest and happiest sticking by your side." Later, when they arrived at Wanqing's family home, Chen Yi handed over some nice gifts. Her family was thrilled, but right in the middle of a lively seafood feast, Dudu suddenly collapsed. Wanqing completely lost it. Chen Yi immediately yelled for someone to help get him to the hospital. Rushing into the local ER, Chen Yi sprinted through the halls with Dudu in his arms, while Wanqing and her parents scrambled right behind him. Terrified for her boy, Wanqing broke down crying, "Oh my god. What's wrong with my baby?" Chen Yi tried his hardest to stay strong, comforting her, "Sis, please, don't panic just yet." But as soon as the doctor walked out, he hit them with the news. Dudu's initial diagnosis was a congenital heart defect, which caused the sudden blackout. The doctor strongly advised them to transfer the boy to a major city hospital for a proper workup. Wanqing's legs gave out from sheer terror, and she nearly collapsed on the spot. Chen Yi reacted instantly, catching her in his arms and holding her steady. He kept comforting her. "Wanqing, sis, take a deep breath. We'll get through this." The family tearfully nodded in agreement and scrambled to get him transferred to the city. By the time they reached the city hospital, Dudu had finally woken up. But he whimpered weakly, "Mommy, it hurts right here." Once the lab results came back, the doctor confirmed their worst fear. It was a congenital heart defect, and he needed surgery right away. Hearing this, Wanqing practically went limp with fear. Thank God, Chen Yi and her mom grabbed her before she hit the floor. The doctor quickly added, "Modern medicine is incredibly advanced nowadays. The surgery won't affect the kid's growth at all." The moment the doctor brought up the cost, Lin Wanqing's entire family froze. He told them the surgery alone would be at least 180,000, and with pre- and post-op care, they'd need to prepare around 200,000. Lin Wanqing broke down in tears. I can't possibly come up with that kind of money on such short notice." The doctor had no choice but to suggest admitting the kid first, telling them to raise the money for the surgery as soon as possible. Desperate to scrape together Dudu's surgery fees, Lin Dehai called up their relatives, one by one. But he was rejected at every turn. The pressure became way too much for Lin Wanqing. She ran to the restroom and cried her eyes out. When she finally came out, eyes all red and puffy, Chen Yi looked right at her and said, "I'll cover Dudu's medical bills." His words left her completely stunned. Chen Yi then told her to open her banking app. Shockingly, there was an extra 300,000 in her account. Staring at the balance, she asked in disbelief, Where did you get all this money?" Chen Yi just brushed it off, saying he hit the lottery. He reassured her that the money was totally clean and told her not to worry. "The most important thing right now is getting Dudu treated. I haven't even told my parents about the lottery," he said. "You're the only one who knows." Lin Wanqing felt completely overwhelmed, torn between shock and confusion. Her mind was an absolute mess. On the way back to the hospital room, the more Lin Wanqing thought about it, the weirder it felt. She started worrying if Chen Yi had other intentions toward her. She looked at him seriously and said, "Look, Xiao Yi. I just can't accept this. I'm just messing with you, Wanqing." Meanwhile, Lin Dehai was having no luck borrowing money either, managing to scrape together only 20,000. Furious, he cursed their relatives for being so selfish and cold-hearted. On the drive back to Lin Wanqing's place to pack her things, the vibe in the car started getting undeniably flirty. Lin Wanqing told him he really needed to hurry up and find a girlfriend, but Chen Yi just laughed. "Isn't that exactly what I'm doing right now?" he teased, making her blush beet red. She quickly looked down, keeping quiet, but her heart was racing like crazy. Suddenly, Li Shanshan's call came through the car speakers, demanding right off the bat, That Lin Wanqing sent over Chen Yi's WeChat. Lin Wanqing snapped back, Li Shanshan. What did you just say? You want 380,000 for a wedding? That's completely insane. You actually have the nerve to ask for a 380,000 bride price? I swear she's gone absolutely crazy for money. Listening in, Chen Yi couldn't help but secretly chuckle. Furious, Lin Wanqing was about to just block Li Shanshan, but Chen Yi quickly reached out to stop her. In doing so, he accidentally brushed against her hand. Lin Wanqing instantly flinched back, blushing hard. Startled, she blurted out, "What are you doing?" Chen Yi's face immediately turned bright red too, and he scrambled to apologize. The atmosphere in the car instantly became incredibly awkward. Back at Jianshan village, Chen Yi parked his car right outside Lin Wanqing's door. When her mother-in-law, Zhang Guihua, asked about his blind date, Chen Yi just laughed it off. He casually helped chop and stack some firewood, while Lin Wanqing went inside to pack her clothes. Getting ready to head back to the hospital to look after Dudu. "Hey, could you do me a huge favor and take my parents home? I'll stay behind to take care of Dudu." Not only did Chen Yi buy them dinner, he also made sure Lin Dehai and her mother got home safely. Rushing back and forth all day, he acted just like a caring member of the family. Wait, since when did those two get together? Chen Dao set Li Qingxia and me up. Yeah, I'm going, why wouldn't I? We need to plan a massive surprise for them. A single remark from Zhang Xin brought it all back. Xu Zhixia, the girl Chen Yi had a massive crush on back in middle school, was finally back in town. Just as Chen Yi looked up, he saw her, looking gorgeous in a white dress with her long hair flowing, walking over with Deng Xiaolu. And she even recognized him first. The moment they reunited, Chen Yi and Zhang Xin both stared blankly. As soon as Deng Xiaolu came in, she acted totally disgusted with Zhang Xin and Chen Yi. She even called them bottom-feeder trash losers. Zhang Xin couldn't hold back and snapped right back at her. Xu Zhixia was caught in the middle trying to make peace, but she was still cut off by Deng Xiaolu. Finally, Chen Yi just said they should catch up later. Xu Zhixia had no choice but to hopefully ask him to reschedule and contact him another day. Over at the street parking spot, a BMW 5 Series slowly pulled in. Xu Zhiji, dressed sharply, stepped out wearing glasses, looking like a pretentious scumbag. He first greeted Xu Zhixia and Deng Xiaolu, then glanced over at Chen Yi and Zhang Xin. Deng Xiaolu bluntly pointed out, that pathetic fat pig is Zhang Xin from class 3. And the broke loser is Chen Yi. Xu Zhiji then coldly replied, "Oh, I remember now, so it's you too." Xu Zhiji publicly tossed an unopened pack of premium Chunghwa cigarettes onto the table. He muttered, "Never mind, you guys can smoke these." Zhang Xin blew up on the spot, but Chen Yi actually smiled, opened the pack, lit one up himself, and even replied, "Thanks, Boss Xu. Congratulations on your successful career." Seeing this, Xu Zhiji felt an even stronger sense of superiority. "Chen Yi, I heard you used to be pretty hot stuff in e-commerce. But didn't you end up failing anyway? How about this, I'll hook you up with a job. Boss Xu is doing you a massive favor. So don't be ungrateful." But Chen Yi shot back, "Miss Deng is absolutely right." This pissed him off so much his face turned blue and pale. Xu Zhiji wanted to keep preaching, but Chen Yi picked up his glass, smiled, and rejected him. He even purposely said, as soon as these words came out, Xu Zhixia froze on the spot. Xu Zhiji also instantly tensed up. Deng Xiaolu was even more eager to jump out and curse at him. "Xu, our beautiful campus belle, let's get back together. Dream on, you're totally out of her league." In the end, Xu Zhixia just left with one sentence, "Let's catch up later," and turned around to leave with Deng Xiaolu. Chen Yi agreed while explaining to Zhang Xin that he was just purposely provoking Xu Zhiji. Watching the BMW 5 Series drive away, a smirk appeared on his face. A little after 9 p.m., Chen Yi finished drinking and rode his bike home. His mother immediately asked about the results of his blind date. "Little Yi, how was the blind date? Did it work out?" "As long as I want it to. It naturally works out." "Oh, aren't you talking big? If you've got the guts, actually bring her back for us to see. The bride price is 380,000. Is she plated in pure gold?" Chen Yi, taking his time, clapped back at his sister-in-law and also took the opportunity to steer the conversation toward the bride price and housing problem. Chen Bangyao bit the bullet and first called his third brother, wanting to borrow 200,000 to fix the house. But the other side said, "I don't have that much money right now." Then he called his second brother. The second brother also refused, claiming his salary wasn't high and he had just built a house. After several phone calls, Chen Bangyao's face got uglier and uglier. Not willing to give up, he wanted to call his fourth brother. Chen Yi reminded him not to call anymore, but instead got furiously scolded by his father. "Are you just trying to watch me make a fool of myself? Following that, an even louder roar came from the living room. Chen Yi went back to the old house next door, listening to his father venting his anger. His expression remained calm. At night, Lin Wanqing was worrying about Dodo's surgery. She called Chen Yi and he comforted her, reassuring her that the surgery would go smoothly. Can't sleep? Don't tell me you're missing me? Lin Wanqing's heart raced as she blushed at his teasing, finally hanging up in a flustered hurry. Yi, how about mom gives it another try? Maybe your second and third uncle. Mom, relatives are all smiles normally, but when money is involved, they only look out for themselves. His mother was taken aback, but she still couldn't shake the urge to try one more time. The moment Chen Yi picked up his phone, he saw a late-night text from Xu Zhixia. She rushed to explain that last night was just dinner, specifically pointing out that Xu Zhiji and Xiao Lu went to the bar. Chen Yi thought to himself, she's trying so hard to explain, is she afraid I'll get the wrong idea? But I didn't go. Chen Yi thought to himself, she's trying so hard to explain, is she afraid I'll get the wrong idea? He could easily tell she was worried he would misunderstand. Chen Yi thought again, she's explaining so fast, is she really that afraid I'd get the wrong idea? So he teased her, asking if she cared that much about what he thought. Right then, Chen Yi got a call from Lin Wanqing. He reassured her that Dudu's surgery tomorrow would be perfectly fine. But the moment he hung up, he got an invitation from Xu Zhixia. She nervously stammered, let me treat you to a meal. Chen Yi agreed without hesitation. On the other end of the line, she immediately blushed beet red. Taking Chen Yi's call, Xu Zhixia tried to play it cool, well, just call me when you get to town. She couldn't help but ask what he was coming to town for. Chen Yi chuckled and replied, didn't you say you were treating me to a meal? He teased further, of course I have to be the one to come all the way to town to see you. Just a few playful words made Xu Zhixia burst into a sweet smile. After hanging up the phone, she sat on her bed, her mind completely consumed by thoughts of Chen Yi. Ever since bumping into Chen Yi at the food stall last night, Xu Zhixia just couldn't get him out of her head. The second they hung up, she threw open her wardrobe to pick out the perfect outfit. Because she only had one thing on her mind, she was meeting Chen Yi for lunch today. Chen Yi walked down to the village fields and ran into someone carrying a hoe. It was his fourth uncle, Chen Banghao, and fourth aunt, Zhang Liwei, both wearing straw hats. Seeing him, they both broke into warm, genuine smiles. Chen Yi naturally greeted them, fourth uncle, fourth aunt. Heading out to work the fields? His fourth uncle brought up rebuilding the old house, sighing that they didn't have much spare cash lying around. They could only scrape together 20,000 yuan to help Chen Yi build a house for his wedding. Chen Yi gently probed, did my dad ask you guys for money? He quickly realized that this couple was completely different from his second and third uncles. They were truly honest, down-to-earth folks. Last night, my dad called around to borrow money, but second and third uncle made up all sorts of excuses to turn him down. Brothers who turn their backs on you the second they get rich, who needs them? Especially since I heard third uncle just bought a luxury car recently. Taking a quick break from the fields, Chen Yi brought up his fourth uncle's hobby of writing novels, mentioning that his martial arts stories were actually pretty great. He suggested posting them online to see how they do, but his fourth uncle just laughed it off, calling it a total pipe dream. But Chen Yi was dead serious. He planned to come back and teach him exactly how to publish them. He genuinely wanted to give his hardworking uncle a hand up. The moment Chen Yi got back home, he saw his mother, Lu Yuzhu, pulling 3 chickens out of the co-op. Turns out, she was heading into town to visit his second aunt. Chen Yi could instantly tell she was going to ask for a loan. He smoothly chimed in that he was going to town too, using the excuse, a classmate invited me out for lunch. Even his mother couldn't resist a little gossip, playfully asking if it was a guy or a girl. The mother and son hauled a huge load of homegrown vegetables and their own chickens, and made their way to the Yangji pharmacy in town. This was the shop owned by his second aunt and her husband. The storefront was spacious and bustling with customers, business was clearly booming. His third aunt, Lu Yakin, was the first to greet them, spotting Chen Yi right away. She immediately started in, do you have any idea how much your mom has worried about you these past 2 years? Chen Yi gave a polite reply. Meanwhile, Lu Yuzhu anxiously asked, where's my second sister? The 3 of them then headed upstairs to find his second aunt, Lu Yajing. When they reached the living room on the second floor, Lu Yajing was sitting proudly in the seat of honor. Wearing a flashy long dress, she looked incredibly smug. Lu Yuzhu smiled apologetically, showing off the vegetables they grew themselves. The dried radishes and the chicken. But even though Lu Yajing politely said, oh, you shouldn't have, she didn't lay a single finger on any of it. The disgust was written all over her face. After sitting down for tea, Lu Yajing started lecturing Chen Yi. She brought up his old failed e-commerce business and his debts, with every word dripping with condescension and mockery. On the surface, Chen Yi just nodded along, saying his second aunt was right. But seeing his mom look so embarrassed, his blood started to boil. Finally, Chen Yi couldn't hold it in anymore. He suddenly changed the subject to her husband, asking point blank if the rumors about him keeping a mistress were true. The moment those words left his mouth, Lu Yajing's face turned completely sour. Even his mom and third aunt frantically shot him warning looks. The atmosphere instantly froze. The tension in the living room skyrocketed. His mom frantically scolded him, "Chen Yi, what on earth are you talking about? Hurry up and apologize to your second aunt right now." But Chen Yi just put on an innocent face, staring straight at a glaring Lu Yajing. "Wait, so the rumors are fake?" he asked. "I knew it. Uncle is such an honest guy. How could he possibly have a mistress on the side?" These words made Lu Yajing's face turn beet red. She glared at Chen Yi with icy eyes. "That's enough. If you don't know how to speak, keep your mouth shut." Seeing his second aunt's face turning purple with rage, Chen Yi flashed a wicked little smirk. He stood up to slip away. All right, I'm gonna go use the bathroom." He had obviously pissed her off on purpose, and was now making a smart tactical retreat. Actually, Chen Yi wasn't wrong. His second aunt's husband, Yang Zhijiang, really did have a mistress on the side a couple of years ago. The reason was simple. Second aunt had only given birth to a daughter and couldn't get pregnant again. Yang Zhijiang wanted a son to carry on the family name, so he secretly hooked up with a pretty young employee. Lu Yajing absolutely lost her mind when she found out. But later, for some unknown reason, she actually swallowed her pride and stayed with him. By the time Chen Yi came out of the bathroom, his mom had already gotten straight to the point. She was bitterly explaining about setting him up with a girl, and how the girl's family wanted 380,000 in bride price, plus they needed to build a house, which would cost around 200,000. Third aunt was absolutely shocked by the massive sum, but second aunt Lu Yajing just put on a troubled look. "Oh, sis, what awful timing. I'm actually investing in a business right now, so all my spare cash is tied up. If you just needed to borrow 20 or 30,000, I could definitely help you out. But 200,000, I just don't have that kind of money right now." "Oh, I see. Never mind then. I'll just go ask someone else. Maybe I can borrow it from his third uncle, Chen Bangfu, the big boss. I already asked him for Chen Yi. His third uncle doesn't have any money either. He said he's replacing his old machinery and is still in debt to the bank." That left his second aunt speechless. "I'm so sorry, sis. I actually have a lunch meeting with a few executives, so I really need to get going." She pulled a few thousand out of her bag and shoved it into third aunt's hands, telling them to go buy themselves lunch. His mom tried to refuse, but his second aunt just kept apologizing. And then practically sprinted down the stairs. She ran faster than anyone. It was obvious she just didn't want to lend them a dime. "She just doesn't want to lend you the money, sis. That whole business investment thing is a total lie. Just this year, she built another brand new building on that plot of land in the west of the city. She's planning to open another branch over there." Those words felt like sharp thorns piercing the heart. Piercing right into his mother, Lu Yuju's heart. She sobbed, her eyes red with tears. Always calling each other sisters, but the moment something actually goes wrong, she runs faster than anyone else. "Sis, you know exactly what he's like. Anyway, forget it, let's not even talk about that heartless dad." He pulled his mom along for a big feast, joking they should go fleece second aunt for a free meal. He smiled and told her he had plans to grab lunch with a classmate, and that he'd come pick her up later. His mom wiped her tears away, finally giving up all hope on them. Chen Yi then drove straight to the hospital. He packed some food and brought it up to Dudu's room. Seeing him walk in with lunch, Lin Wanqing was incredibly touched. But the second she heard his mom was also in town, she immediately tensed up, terrified his family would find out about Dudu being sick. Chen Yi chuckled. "I didn't tell her Dudu was sick." "Don't worry, Wanqing." He leaned in close to her ear, and teased with a smirk that he was having lunch with a female classmate, asking if she was jealous. His breath tickled her ear, sending a shiver down her spine. Her cheeks instantly burned hot. She stepped back in a panic, almost bumping into the hospital bed, which made Lin's mother turn around in confusion. Flustered and blushing, Wanqing shot Chen Yi a quiet glare. "Just go eat with your classmate." Meanwhile, outside the Juya restaurant, Xu Zhixia stood by the street, wearing a stunning light purple Mamian skirt. Her radiant smile turned the heads of countless passers-by. On the phone, Chen Yi was playfully teasing her. "Oh, the great campus beauty Xu. Let me cling to my sugar mommy. I want lobster and abalone." Zhixia laughed, rolling her eyes. "You're so annoying. You're just trying to bleed my wallet dry, aren't you?" After hanging up, she stared at his profile picture, wondering how her shy middle school deskmate had suddenly turned into a completely different person. Suddenly, Chen Yi popped up behind her, tapping her gently on the shoulder. Feigning innocence, he gasped, "Whoa, beauty Shu. I'm suddenly scared to eat with you. Look at how many guys are staring at you right now. I'm worried they'll get so jealous that they'll run over and beat me up." Jixia burst into giggles. Chen Yi naturally grabbed her arm and hurried her into the restaurant. They found a table near the hallway and sat down. Chen Yi kept joking about ordering lobster and abalone, but to his surprise, Jixia actually took it seriously. Earnestly trying to order them from the waiter, he quickly tried to stop her, but she just smiled gently. "It's fine. It's rare for me to grab a bite with an old classmate. I told you this one's on me. We'll also take the salt-baked conch and some pu'er tea." As they ate and chatted, Chen Yi purposely kept his eyes glued right on her, making her heart pound wildly in her chest. He smiled and said, "I only came here just for you. Believe me?" Blushing, Jixia took a tactical sip of her tea to avoid his gaze. Midway through their chat, Chen Yi suddenly pointed behind her and gasped that her mom was here. Scaring her so badly she jumped up to look. When she realized he was just messing with her, she shot him a shy, annoyed glare. "You tricked me again." Just as they were lost in the moment, Chen Dao suddenly showed up with Li Qingxia, Xu Zhiji, and Deng Xiaolu. The moment Deng Xiaolu opened her mouth, she called Chen Yi a loser, instantly making Jixia upset. "Don't say that. Eating with a guy like Chen Yi just lowers your status. Mr. Chen, who I choose to have dinner with, is none of your damn business. Chen Yi is nothing but a worthless loser. You son of a bitch, let's head upstairs, we have business to discuss." "There's no need for that. Chen Yi and I are leaving right now. Yeah, I'm taking Xu Jixia for a walk by the beach later. For our first date, I've had enough of you guys. And even if Chen Yi and I actually are dating, what the hell does it have to do with you?" Xu Zhiji forced down his anger and shot a vicious glare at Chen Yi. He turned around and led his guys away, but just as the two of them were about to head out the door, they bumped into Third Aunt and his mother. Lu Yuzhu was grinning from ear to ear the moment she saw Xu Jixia. Third Aunt smartly dragged his mom away, leaving the young couple to enjoy themselves. Down by the beach, Chen Yi bought some coconut water. He even thoughtfully laid out a plastic bag for Xu Jixia to sit on. Looking concerned, Xu Jixia asked about his debts. Chen Yi casually mentioned he was short 200,000. To his surprise, Xu Jixia actually pulled out her phone and transferred 200,000 to him without a second thought. Chen Yi jumped in shock. He quickly sent the money back, laughing and saying he was just kidding around. He told her his debts were already completely paid off last month. The two of them ended up chatting on the beach for hours. His mom called, saying she had headed over to his second brother's little restaurant. She even ordered Chen Yi not to come home tonight, telling him to focus on winning his girl over. Chen Yi turned to look at Xu Jixia beside him, smiled, and said, "Oh, it's nothing. It's just that, you look pretty cute today. Li Qingxia is your ex-girlfriend, isn't she? Don't tell me you're actually falling for me?" As soon as Xu Jixia stepped out of Chen Yi's car, she saw her grandma, grandpa, and mom sitting right by the courtyard gate. Her mom, Huo Dongmai, immediately spoke up. "Jixia, who just dropped you off?" Xu Jixia panicked and quickly whispered to Chen Yi, "Text me as soon as you get home, okay?" Then she rushed him, "Hurry up and drive back." Chen Yi watched Huo Dongmai walking closer and smirked, suggesting, "How about I go say hi to your mom?" Xu Jixia frantically waved her hands. "No, don't. Just get out of here." Chen Yi let out a mischievous chuckle. Before Huo Dongmai could get any closer, he stepped on the gas and drove off. That was a young man. Jixia, who on earth was that guy? Just an old classmate from middle school. "Mom, stop staring. It's not what you're thinking. We just had a class reunion dinner together. He was just dropping me off on his way home." Huo Dongmai looked at her with eyes full of suspicion. "Really? Because this is the very first time a male classmate has ever driven you home. Are you absolutely sure you two are just normal classmates?" Xu Jixia felt completely flustered under her stare. She blurted out, "Mom, what kind of nonsense are you spouting? Seriously, there's nothing going on. I'm going inside," and quickly fled into the house. Huo Dongmai smiled as she watched her daughter's frantic retreat. She's finally interested in guys. She immediately pulled out her phone to call her husband, beaming with pure joy. Meanwhile, Chen Yi arrived at his second brother Chen Feng's little restaurant. His sister-in-law, Liang Shalwi, was completely buried in doing the accounts. Chen Yi playfully called out, "Hey, boss. What would you like to eat? Just order whatever you want. Everything is cooked fresh to order. I'll take a plate of dog meat." Liang Shalwi froze for a second, then looked up and rushed out with a delighted surprise. "Ah, if it isn't little Yi." Chen Yi smiled and asked where his second brother was. His mom's voice echoed from the kitchen in the back. Are you back from your date with that girl? His second brother, Chen Feng, walked out wiping his hands on his apron and excitedly said, Little Yi. You finally made it back, kid. Chen Yi complimented his brother on his booming business. Chen Feng beamed and said it was decent, definitely better than working a dead-end job. Chen Feng brought up the Juya restaurant. Chen Yi smugly bragged that a girl from his class footed the bill. That completely set off their mom, Lu Yuzhu. You little brat, you're a grown man, how could you let a girl pay for dinner? Chen Yi dodged her smacks and tried to defend himself. She's the one who asked me out. That means she's totally into me. His brother asked who the girl was. Chen Yi proudly replied, Shu, the campus beauty queen. Shu Ji Sha? His brother was absolutely stunned. Dude, you're a legend. That's the prettiest girl on campus. After this year, your sister-in-law and I are moving out. We'll let you have our room so you can use it as your bridal suite. Thanks, bro. His sister-in-law chimed in, there's no rush for that. Either way, whenever you get married, you can just use our room as your bridal suite. You can always move out after you buy your own place. Chen Yi felt a wave of warmth in his chest and patted his brother's arm. He started scheming ways to help them expand their little diner. Hey, isn't this Chen Feng's little brother, Xiao Yi? It's your sister-in-law's cousin, Hu Wenjing. She was a bridesmaid at my wedding. Chen Yi finally remembered. At his brother's wedding, the two of them had gotten completely wasted. They accidentally ended up sleeping in the same bed, though absolutely nothing happened. Hu Wenjing took off her motorcycle helmet, revealing her absolutely stunning face. Her bright almond eyes, delicate nose, and full lips made Chen Yi fight the sudden urge to kiss her. She was wearing a floral blouse and tight jeans that perfectly showed off her incredible curves. Oh, hey there, it's been a while. It sure has. I brought the seafood back. Let's start prepping the food. Chen Yi rolled up his sleeves to wash the veggies, but Hu Wenjing had him help devein the shrimp instead. As they squatted together cleaning the shrimp, they got to chatting. He found out that Hu Wenjing was helping out at his brother's diner and currently crashing at their place. Not bad, Xiao Yi. Why don't you stick around and work for your brother too? No way. If I stayed, how much would my brother even have to pay me? Well, you better put some heart into it, don't just give your brother empty promises. Chen Feng chimed in, oh, I definitely couldn't afford him. You're better off finding work out there. The pay in this county is only $3,000 to $4,000 anyway. What can you even do with that? Just find yourself a solid job. Saving up to get married is what really matters. Hu Wenjing asked if Chen Yi had a girlfriend. When he said no, he playfully asked her to set him up with someone. Hu Wenjing promised to ask around for him. But Shu, the campus beauty, comes from a really wealthy family. I'm afraid she's way out of my league, Chen Yi admitted. Wow, are you really that insecure? She asked. Listen, a lot of girls honestly don't care if a guy is rich or not. They just want someone who is honest and dependable. You need to be a little bolder. Take the initiative and ask her out. If she's actually willing to go on a date with you, that means she's definitely interested. Her words had everyone bursting into laughter. Soon it was dinner time and customers started trickling in. Seeing that he would just be in the way, Chen Yi made up an excuse and headed out. Xiao Yi, you're here. Thank you so much for lending us all that money for Dodo's surgery. We promise we'll pay you back every single penny as soon as we possibly can. Sister-in-law, please don't stress about it. Take your time paying me back. Right now, the most important thing is getting Dodo well. After Director Feng thanked me repeatedly and left, I had no choice but to tell my mom. But I didn't tell her it was lottery money. My mom isn't a blabbermouth anyway. What are you staring at, sis? Is there something on my face? As if I was looking at you. Looking at you, of course you're a total beauty, just too far away to see clearly. Come a bit closer then. Lin Wanqing backed up to the foot of the bed. With nowhere left to back up, Chen Yi's burning gaze made her heart flutter with both thrill and shyness. Her cheeks burning hot and red. Just at that moment, Lin's mother, Feng Ju, suddenly walked in. Wanqing, the nurse just said Dudu needs an IV drip. The two of them jumped out of their skin, hurriedly standing up to put some distance between them. Feng Ju looked at them in total bewilderment. What's going on with you two? Lin Wanqing bolted out the door, her face burning red. Nothing. Is the nurse setting up Dudu's IV? I'll go take a look. Chen Yi calmly turned back to play with Dudu. Lin Wanqing ran into the restroom, splashing cold water on her burning cheeks, her mind completely full of Chen Yi's wicked little smirk. Finally, feeling flustered, she grabbed a tissue and went into the restroom. Xiao Yi, you haven't left yet? Where's my mom? You should go find a room to rent nearby tonight and get a good night's sleep. That way, when Dudu has her surgery tomorrow, you'll be well rested. To hold things together, Lin Wanqing wanted to say, no need, Chen Yi said earnestly. Listen to me, this is for Dudu's own good. Dudu cheered happily. Yay, brother Xiao Yi is gonna play with me. Lin Wanqing corrected her, call him uncle. But Chen Yi insisted, calling me brother makes me sound so much younger. Making you spend your money again. Come on, we're practically family. Nonsense. What, are we not brother and sister? Blushing furiously, Lin Wanqing playfully swatted at him, only for Chen Yi to catch her hand instead. Big Sis's hand is so soft, so fair and slender too. So pretty, let me give it a little kiss. Lin Wanqing shyly snatched her hand back, her neck turning bright red. Here, Sis Wanqing, yours is naturally the best. Lin Wanqing shyly shot him a glance, picked up a piece of fish and held it to his lips. Chen Yi smiled and ate it, even sucking on the chopsticks a few times, leaving her blushing furiously in embarrassment. After dinner, Chen Yi stopped teasing her. Lin Wanqing kept busy taking care of Dudu, while Chen Yi called his buddy Zhang Xin to ask if he needed his car tomorrow. Zhang Xin said no, telling him to drive it as much as he wanted. Chen Yi hung up the phone and sighed, man, I really need to buy a car. A hotel room costs $100 a night anyway, way too expensive. How did your lunch with that girl from class go? Do you think you two could start dating? Does Sis want me to get a girlfriend? Oh, you? Lin Wanqing said, duh, aren't you planning on finding a wife someday? Chen Yi grinned playfully and pointed right at her, you. Lin Wanqing rolled her eyes at him. Don't even think about it. I'm just a widow. I don't want the folks back in the village gossiping behind my back. That's easy. I've got money now anyway. I can take you and Dudu to Wancheng and buy an apartment. We're never going back to Qianshan village. Xiao Yi, what exactly are you trying to do? We really can't be together. I'm a widow raising a kid and my in-laws are in poor health. I don't want to drag you down. Chen Yi pulled her down to sit. He said seriously, sis, you can't put yourself down like this. Everyone has their own way of living. There's no need to care so much about how others look at you. It's inevitable that people in the village will gossip. You can absolutely just be yourself. Boss Chen, I just hate that my pockets aren't deep enough, so I can only treat you to this little diner. I didn't agree just for the food. Of course, it's because I wanted to spend more time with the beautiful Miss Song. Song Shiren's pretty face flushed, and she couldn't help but laugh, Boss Chen. You're a bit of a smooth talker. The two then walked into the diner, smiling. After they sat down, Chen Yi thoughtfully ordered some of the cheaper dishes. Touched, Song Shiren added a more expensive dish to the order. She picked up her teacup and said, come on, Boss Chen. Let me toast you with tea instead of wine. Thank you for helping me sell my first car. And for helping my mom up earlier. I owe you one. Chen Yi picked up his cup and took a sip, while Song Shiren happily brought up. Hao Wang Wei was demoted to a regular salesman and Zhang Quihong was fined a month's bonus. Chen Yi laughed, sounds like your store manager is somewhat competent after all. It wasn't a waste for me to specifically call and complain. If you're not good at it, just practice more. As long as you're bold and dare to chat with the customers. Once you get the hang of it, things will naturally get better. Song Shiren kept nodding. Chen Yi then lowered his voice and said, beautiful Miss Song. Don't go spreading the word about me having money, okay? After all, I like to keep a low profile. If those classmates find out, they'll definitely come bugging me. Song Shiren promised repeatedly, and only then did Chen Yi change the subject. He asked if she hadn't worked much outside before. Song Shiren smiled openly and said she had been married, and then divorced. Luckily, I didn't have any kids. Chen Yi said apologetically, look at me, I really shouldn't have been so nosy. Song Shiren didn't mind the question at all and said, it's fine. In today's society, if two people aren't right for each other, breaking up is totally normal. Song Shiren then tossed the gossip back to Chen Yi. What about you, Boss Chen? You aren't married yet. Chen Yi threw his hands up. At my level, I guess I'd be considered quite the eligible bachelor, right? So, beautiful Miss Song, do you know any gorgeous ladies you could introduce me to? The two chatted as they ate. Song Shiren put some food in Chen Yi's bowl and curiously asked about him and Xu Jixia. Chen Yi laughed speechlessly, that's just a rumor, okay? The campus belle and I are completely innocent. There's absolutely nothing going on. Song Shiren said seriously, then you can go after her now. You're handsome, and you're rich. You and the campus belle are a perfect match. Chen Yi couldn't help but chuckle. Yesterday at noon, the campus belle even asked me out to lunch first. Song Shiren teased that he was just pretending not to have a girlfriend. How about I try going after you instead? Let's see if I have a shot. Song Shiren froze for a second, then blushed and said that since she was divorced, it wouldn't be fair to him. Chen Yi put down his chopsticks. Seriously, what is the big deal about being divorced? Why feel like you're somehow less than everyone else? It is not the old days anymore, with all those dusty, outdated mindsets. Besides, you are a divorcee without any kids. You could easily find your next guy in a heartbeat. Hearing this made Song Shirin feel a lot better. Her gaze toward Chen Yi noticeably softened. Chen Yi kept teasing her. Don't change the subject. Are you gonna let me chase you or what? Song Shirin quickly rejected him. No way, Chen Yi. We are not a good fit. You should just go after our pretty campus queen, Shu. Chen Yi laughed and said he was just messing with her. After finishing their meal, the two of them headed back to the hospital together. They bumped into Lin Wanqing in the hallway. Song Shirin politely called out, "Sister-in-law," and quickly left. Lin Wanqing immediately grabbed Chen Yi and asked, "Is she the girl who asked you out to dinner yesterday?" "No, Song Shirin is just another classmate of mine. The one who asked me out yesterday at noon is the campus queen, Shu Jixia." Lin Wanqing felt a sharp pang of jealousy, but Chen Yi just stared straight at her. He asked with a wicked grin, "Are you jealous?" Lin Wanqing frantically denied it. "What nonsense are you talking about? Who's jealous of you?" Chen Yi stepped closer, pressing the issue. "You are, of course." Lin Wanqing blushed deeply, spun around, and hurried back to the ward. At 2:30 in the afternoon, Dudu was wheeled into the operating room right on time. Lin Wanqing's face was full of overwhelming worry and tension. Chen Yi could only try his best to comfort her. The surgery lasted for over 4 hours. The lead surgeon finally came out and said with a reassuring smile, "The surgery was a great success. Once the child is stable, he will be sent back to the ward." Lin Wanqing's hanging heart finally settled. She broke into a relieved smile through her tears. Taking advantage of her father's absence, Chen Yi wrapped his arm affectionately around her delicate shoulders. Lin Wanqing couldn't hold back her intense emotions anymore. She threw her arms around Chen Yi and sobbed into his chest. Chen Yi gently patted her back to soothe her. There, it is okay. Please don't cry anymore." After Lin Wanqing calmed down a bit, she realized that the front of Chen Yi's shirt was completely soaked with her tears. She apologized, her face burning red. Chen Yi gently grabbed her hand and asked, "So, how are you gonna make it up to me? Xiao Yi, can you just give me a little more time to think about it? I literally just wanted you to kiss my cheek. Why are you acting like I am asking for that?" Over an hour later, Dudu's condition stabilized, and he was wheeled back into the ward. Lin Wanqing carefully memorized every care detail the nurse gave her. Seeing Dudu finally wake up, she was able to breathe a sigh of relief. Chen Yi mentioned he was going to head back. Lin Wanqing gently replied, "My parents are both here tonight, so you don't have to go through the trouble of staying to keep us company." Chen Yi drove off. He checked the time and saw it was already 9 o'clock at night. Remembering the message Shu Jixia had sent at 7:30, he gave her a WeChat call. At this exact moment, Shu Jixia was sitting at home, staring blankly at the TV like she had lost her soul. She couldn't focus on the show at all. She was checking her phone every 5 minutes. Her mother, Huo Dongmai, asked with a face full of suspicion, "Are you waiting for someone? I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going upstairs to take a call." Something is off about this girl. Something is definitely off. Shu Jixia rushed back to her room and excitedly answered the phone. Trying her absolute best to sound normal, Chen Yi told her he was getting ready to head back to Longtang Town. Feeling disappointed, Chen Yi quickly changed the subject. "Did you miss me today?" Shu Jixia blushed deeply. "What are you even saying? Who would miss you?" Chen Yi smirked. "Oh, you didn't? Well, that's a shame. I was planning to take you out for a late-night snack before heading back to Longtang Town. But since our great campus queen Shu doesn't want to see me, I guess I'll just drive back home." Shu Jixia finally caught on. "Chen Yi, you're teasing me again." Shu Jixia whined playfully. "I don't care. I'm hungry. I want to grab a late-night snack right now. And you are paying." Chen Yi laughed out loud. All right, no problem at all. What are you craving? I'll drive over and pick you up." Shu Jixia quickly replied, "No, don't come over. I'm fine with anything. You go find a place first. Just send me the location when you get there. I'll go there by myself." After hanging up the phone, she excitedly ran off like a little girl to pick out an outfit. On her way downstairs, Huo Dongmai asked who was taking her out. She smiled and said it was Deng Xiaolu, then hopped into a ride share and left. At the most famous Yangzhou spot in Lekeng County, Chen Yi ordered 2 bowls of Yangzhou congee and a few side dishes. He waited in a private room on the 2nd floor. The moment Shu Jixia walked into the restaurant, she immediately caught the eyes of every single guy in the room. Chen Yi stood at the top of the stairs, smiling as he called out, "Hey, campus queen, up here on the 2nd floor." As soon as Shu Jixia spotted him, A bright, happy smile instantly lit up her pretty face, and she practically skipped up the stairs. She smiled and said this Yongzhou spot was the most authentic in town, and that her dad used to bring them here all the time. Inside the private room, Chen Yi elegantly pulled out a chair for Xu Zhixia. The weather wasn't too cold today, so Xu Zhixia took off her jacket. Chen Yi's eyes lit up. He immediately praised her. Wow, as expected of our campus queen. That dress looks absolutely stunning on you. Xu Zhixia's heart bloomed with joy at the compliment. She gave a shy, playful pout. There you go again. Chen Yi chuckled playfully. I just couldn't hold back the absolute truth. Seeing him goofing off again, Xu Zhixia gave him a bright, playful eye roll. Chen Yi thoughtfully rinsed their bowls and chopsticks with hot water. He placed them right in front of Xu Zhixia. She smiled sweetly. Thank you. Say, how about you take me in for the night? What in the world are you talking about? How exactly am I supposed to take you in? I'll just crash at your place. What floor do you live on, anyway? Is there a drain pipe on the outside wall? The second floor. Perfect. I'll just climb right into your room. Xu Zhixia's pretty face turned completely red. Her big eyes widened in shock, her heart suddenly racing. She furrowed her delicate brows and bit her lower lip, seeming as if she was actually about to make a serious decision. But then, Chen Yi suddenly burst into laughter. Ha ha ha, I'm just messing with you. Xu Zhixia glared at him, her beautiful eyes filled with playful resentment. Chen Yi, you are so annoying. You make me so mad. She clenched her fists and playfully punched his arm. Chen Yi quickly apologized. Okay, my bad. I was wrong. Please have mercy on me, oh great campus queen. Right at that moment, the waiter pushed the door open and walked in. Seeing the two of them shamelessly flirting, the waiter's eyes were full of absolute envy. Xu Zhixia quickly pulled her hands back, letting out two very awkward, soft coughs. Chen Yi couldn't hold back his snickering. She whipped her head around and shot him a fierce, absolute death glare. Alright, my campus queen. Have some kanji to cool off. Chen Yi, you seriously drive me crazy. Sorry, I took the joke a bit too far. *HMPH. Xu Zhixia crossed her arms and pouted, pretending to be mad. You're never serious. You're always making fun of me. As expected of our gorgeous campus belle, you really ought to be an actress. Do you really have to go to Chen Dao and Li Qingxi's wedding? He's the one who set you up and schemed against you back then. That's what got you kicked out of the company and saddled with all that debt. Don't you feel humiliated going to their wedding after all that? Chen Yi gave a dismissive smirk. As for our so-called classmates mocking me, haven't I endured enough of that already? Xu Zhixia bit her lower lip, her heart aching for him. Chen Yi casually shrugged it off. Let them mock me. It's not like their words will break my bones. Xu Zhixia furrowed her brows. But it's still so infuriating. Chen Yi flashed a wicked grin. Is our beautiful campus belle worried about me? Xu Zhixia looked at him earnestly. Seriously, don't go to their wedding. Okay? Chen Yi firmly rejected the idea. No can do. Xu Zhixia let out a heavy sigh. Fine, then I'm going with you. Your mom probably really approves of you two being together, huh? Actually, my mom doesn't like him. My dad thinks highly of him, though. But honestly, I don't like him at all. He acts all refined on the surface, but deep down, he's just arrogant and overbearing. Chen Yi let out a hearty laugh and leaned in. Well then, what about me? How do you see me? Xu Zhixia gave it some serious thought. Back when we were in school, I thought you were pretty introverted and sensitive. But you've really changed. You might be a smooth talker now, but you're mature and you know where to draw the line. Chen Yi returned the compliment, telling her she was a solid 101 out of 100. Xu Zhixia tilted her head in curiosity. Why the extra point? Chen Yi flashed a wicked grin. That extra point is for loving you. Xu Zhixia's cheeks flushed red. That is such a cheesy line. Chen Yi laughed at himself. Well, what can I say? I'm just a cheesy guy. Xu Zhixia burst into laughter, giggling uncontrollably. Chen Yi just stared at her, totally mesmerized. She shot him a shy, playful glare. What are you staring at, you big cheeseball? It was almost 12 midnight. Xu Zhixia stood up, brushing herself off. It's getting pretty late. We should get going. Chen Yi immediately offered to take her home. But Xu Zhixia waved him off. No need, I'll just catch a cab back. The two said their goodbyes on the street corner. Chen Yi playfully nudged her delicate shoulder, making her pretty face flush bright red. Chen Yi flashed a cool smile, got into his car, and drove off. Xu Zhixia stood by the street, smiling and waving goodbye, her eyes filled with nothing but him. But the moment she turned around, she ran straight into Xu Zhiji, Chen Dao, Li Qingxia, Deng Xiaolu, making up a group of 5. Deng Xiaolu asked cheerfully, Hey, who was that driving away just now? Xu Zhixia kept her expression totally blank. Just my cousin. Xu Zhiji stepped forward, ever so polite, and invited her to join them for some Yangzhou late-night snacks. Xu Zhixia coldly rejected the offer. She hopped straight into her ride-share and left. Deng Xiaolu gritted her teeth and muttered, "That car that just drove off looked exactly like Zhang Xin's beat-up old car. The guy getting food with Xixia earlier was definitely Chen Yi." Shu Jiji's face darkened with intense jealousy as he let out a cold, bitter scoff. He spun around and stormed right into the restaurant. At a little past 12 in the morning, Chen Yi finally arrived back home. His parents were already fast asleep, but the lights were still on over at his older brother and sister-in-law's room. After stepping out of the shower, he checked his phone and saw WeChat messages from Lin Wanqing, Xu Jixia, and Song Shiren. All of them were checking in to see if he had made it home safely. Song Shiren also left a note letting him know that the Maybach would arrive at the dealership on the 11th. Chen Yi replied to each of them one by one, then hit the bed and completely passed out. The next morning at 8 o'clock sharp, he woke up right on time. He walked out to find his parents, his brother, and his sister-in-law having breakfast. His mother, Lu Yuzhu, gave him a gossipy look and asked, "How did it go with that girl from school?" Chen Yi replied with a smirk. Before asking about the money his dad was trying to borrow, his father, Chen Bangyao, instantly scowled, slammed his bowl down, and yelled at him to mind his own business. Completely unfazed, Chen Yi shot back, "So how did my chat with that girl go? You were the one so damn sure Uncle 2 and Uncle 3 would lend you the money. Now that they won't, why are you taking it out on me?" His dad flew into a blind rage and moved to smack him. Chen Yi just laughed and offered a tip. "When we have the New Year's family dinner, just fake an illness at the table. Tell them you need a few $100,000 for medical bills. Let's see if they lend it to you then." This remark made his dad completely blow a gasket, grabbing a broom to chase him down. His mom desperately held his dad back as Chen Yi bolted out the door. Later that morning, Chen Yi drove to Longtang town and returned the car to his buddy, Zhang Xin. He asked if he had a fishing rod. Zhang Xin replied, "Yeah, I do. You going fishing?" He then fetched his absolute best rod and fishing line from the storage room. Chen Yi handed him a cigarette and chuckled. "I'm just bored, man. Getting chewed out like a dog at home, I'm used to it by now. What can you do? He's the dad and I'm the son. Guess I was just born owing him." Zhang Xin handed over the gear, explaining that he had to go restock some goods and couldn't tag along. Chen Yi scanned his QR code and sent him $300. "Look at Mr. Moneybags over here," Zhang Xin joked. Chen Yi casually grabbed a straw hat, hopped on his e-bike, and took off. Over at Baisong Reservoir, Chen Yi had barely cast his line when Lin Wanqing texted to ask what he was up to. Chen Yi sent a voice note, "Thinking about you." "Yeah, right, in your dreams. Well, if you don't miss me, I'm hanging up. I'm not short on cash, you keep it for yourself." "Just kidding, I honestly just wanted to see you." Lin Wanqing blushed, hurriedly hung up, and ran to the bathroom to splash cold water on her face. Chen Yi then purposely ignored her follow-up texts, just to drive her crazy. Just as Chen Yi tried to focus on his fishing again, Xu Jixia messaged him, asking what he was doing. He went straight for a video call. Xu Jixia, lounging at home in her pajamas, frantically fixed her hair before answering. Looking at her gorgeous, makeup-free face, Chen Yi teased, "Took you long enough to answer, Miss Campus Belle. Were you busy putting on makeup? I'd be way better off trying to catch our lovely Campus Belle instead. Gotta have thick skin if you want a good bite." Xu Jixia pouted playfully, "You really are such a player." During the video call, Chen Yi flipped the camera back to himself, put on an exaggerated look of disappointment, and sighed. "What, you won't let me catch you? It's a real shame a beautiful mermaid like you won't take the bait." Hearing him call her a mermaid, Xu Jixia's cheeks instantly flushed bright red. She laughed and replied, "You total dork. You only know how to use these cheesy pickup lines." "Oh, I've got plenty more. Wanna hear them?" "Did you know? You're my heart. You're 3/4 of my life. Hey, stop laughing. There's more, ha ha ha. You are a clear stream. Up in the sky, and right here in my heart." He kept at it until someone knocked on Xu Jixia's bedroom door. Hearing her mom's voice, she hurriedly hung up the phone. Then, she sent a text to Chen Yi, telling him she was heading back to Longtang town to go fishing with him. Around noon, a white Mercedes pulled up by the road, and Xu Jixia stepped out. She was wearing a pink knit V-neck top and a gray skirt, showing off her fair legs, paired with a cute set of sneakers. Her slightly wavy, chestnut hair fell elegantly over her shoulders, looking absolutely stunning in the sunlight. Unmoved, Chen Yi didn't even bother getting up. He just waved and hollered, "Over here." Spotting him, Shu Jixia grabbed all her bags and hurried over, asking excitedly, "So, how's it going? How many fish did you catch?" Chen Yi proudly showed off his little bucket. Shu Jixia eagerly peeked inside, but her smile instantly dropped. "Why are there only a few tiny fish? Where are the big ones?" "The big fish is right here. It's you, my beautiful mermaid." Shu Jixia blushed at the compliment, trying hard to hold back a smile while shaking her head helplessly. Chen Yi stared boldly at her face and teased, "Oh ho. The beautiful campus queen actually put on makeup today. You're gonna make all the other girls die of jealousy. Stop talking nonsense. Here, I brought you some lunch and fruit. Wow, our campus queen is way too sweet. Whoever ends up marrying you must have saved the entire galaxy in their past life." Shu Jixia couldn't help but look a little smug. Chen Yi quickly gave up his little folding stool, took the bags from her and offered her the seat. Shu Jixia happily smoothed out her skirt and sat down, saying eagerly, Hurry, teach me how to fish." Chen Yi gave her tips on casting the line while eating his lunch. But the moment she cast her very first line, the bobber instantly ducked under the water. Chen Yi yelled, "You gotta bite. Quick, pull up the rod." Shu Jixia jumped up in a panic. How'd I pull it?" Chen Yi started freaking out. "Holy crap, it's a huge one. Give it here, quick." "You're unbelievable, my beautiful campus queen. Catching a monster on your very first try. Talk about beginner's luck. Don't worry, with my 30 years of pro fishing experience, I'll reel this bad boy in within seconds." Oh ho. But right as he said that, the fishing line snapped with a sharp crack. Chen Yi stumbled back 2 steps, completely dumbfounded. Shu Jixia hadn't even processed what happened. "What's wrong?" Chen Yi just stared, wide-eyed. He pouted, saying bitterly, "The fish got away." "Oh my gosh, didn't you just say you were a pro?" "Hey, you can't blame me. That was a monster fish. My line was only rigged for the small ones." "Well, tie a new hook for me. I'm going to catch it myself." Wiping the sweat from his forehead, Chen Yi quickly tied on a fresh line and hook. After baiting it perfectly, he handed the rod back to Shu Jixia respectfully with both hands. "I won't interfere this time." Shu Jixia gave a satisfied smile, and sat back down to fish, while Chen Yi obediently squatted right beside her, watching her while finishing his lunch. How'd I pull it?" "Chen Yi, hurry up and help me. Pull it up yourself. You'll be fine, this line is rock solid. It could reel in a 40-pound fish easy." "It is so heavy, I can't pull it." "Holy crap, another big fish. Campus Bell Shu's beginner's luck is absolutely insane. Use every ounce of your strength. Reel it in." Shu Jixia bit her lower lip, struggling with all her might for over 10 minutes. The fish finally turned belly up. Chen Yi grabbed the line, and dragged the 7 or 8 pound silver carp ashore. Shu Jixia was completely exhausted. Her pretty face was flushed and dripping with sweat as she ran toward Chen Yi in pure excitement. But then her foot slipped. Whoa, what a huge fish. Chen Yi reacted instantly and grabbed hold of her. He pulled her wrist back but used way too much force. They both tumbled down onto the grass, and as they fell, Shu Jixia's soft lips accidentally crashed right into Chen Yi's mouth. Their eyes met. Their minds went completely blank. Both of them froze. Time seemed to freeze for over a minute. Finally, Chen Yi snapped out of it, and quickly pushed her away. I am so sorry." Chen Yi could vividly feel her soft curves pressing heavily against his chest. His face flushed a deep red. Shu Jixia was even more embarrassed. Keeping her head down, her pretty face burning hot. Her heart was beating frantically. Yet, she felt a strange sense of joy, and couldn't help but gently press her lips together. Reminiscing about that accidental kiss, the air between them was incredibly awkward. Chen Yi busied himself with packing up the fish, desperately trying to make small talk. "Wow, this fish is huge, huh?" Shu Jixia replied shyly. "Yeah, it really is." But Chen Yi was an experienced guy, after all. He quickly regained his composure and asked with concern, "You didn't hurt yourself anywhere from that fall, did you?" Shu Jixia's cheeks burned as she gave a shy, little nod, and quietly sat down. Chen Yi hooked on some fresh bait, and handed the fishing rod back to her. "Keep at it. Whether we get to eat a massive fish feast tonight is all on you." Shu Jixia sat facing the reservoir, basking in the bright spring sunshine. She just couldn't hide the bubbling joy in her heart, her mind completely consumed by the memory of that kiss. As time slowly slipped by, Shu Jixia managed to catch several more big fish in a row. Chen Yi packed the fish up securely, tossed them into the trunk, and asked her, "Are you heading back to your place in Longtang Town, or back to the city?" "Back to the city. There is no one at my old place in town." "Alright then, drive safe." Chen Yi hopped onto his electric scooter. Shu Jixia bit her lower lip, hesitating before finally asking, "So, when will you be coming to the city again?" "I do not know, really." Shu Jixia blushed deeply, keeping her head down, wanting to say more but holding back. Chen Yi glanced down at her flushed, pretty face, and teased her with a wicked smirk. "What, do you want me to kiss you again?" "Oh, you are so annoying. What are you even talking about? I just wanted to say, if you ever come up to the city, I'd really like to treat you to dinner." "Oh, just dinner? And what happens after dinner? What are we gonna do then?" "Well, after dinner, we can just go for a walk together. Is that it?" When a guy and a girl go on a date, don't they usually hit up a hotel right after dinner to get a room? Shu Jixia's face burned crimson with embarrassment, her pure, innocent eyes staring fiercely right at Chen Yi. "What are you talking about? Who wants to ride with you?" Chen Yi burst into laughter. "Ha ha ha, I'm just messing with you." Shu Jixia's heart was racing wildly, and she hurriedly scrambled into the car. "Chen Yi, you're so annoying. I'm leaving. Hey, calm down and drive safely. I'll come visit you in town later." Hearing this, Shu Jixia's pretty face flushed even redder. The car wobbled unsteadily down the road, giving Chen Yi quite a scare. Only when the car stabilized and drove out of sight did he feel relieved enough to ride his e-bike home. At 6:30 in the evening, Chen Yi arrived at the entrance of the town hospital. Lin Wanqing texted to ask if he had arrived. Chen Yi smiled to himself as he walked up to Dodo's hospital room. Lin Wanqing suddenly stepped out, and the two bumped right into each other's arms. Chen Yi quickly reached out and caught Lin Wanqing by the waist. "Whoa, careful there." Lin Wanqing was both startled and delighted, gently rubbing her forehead. "Oh, Xiao Yi, it's you. Did you just get here?" Chen Yi smirked and teased her. "Yep. So, how is it? Are you totally surprised?" "Not at all. You bumped into me so hard it hurts." Chen Yi reached out to massage her forehead. "Right here? Let me rub it better." Lin Wanqing's shy face flushed even redder until she realized that Chen Yi's left hand was still wrapped tightly around her waist. She suddenly gasped out in a flustered voice. I'm fine now. Hurry up and let me go." Chen Yi released Lin Wanqing and walked into the hospital room. He went to play with Dodo. Lin Wanqing, blushing deeply, stepped back and said she was going to fetch some hot water. Chen Yi quickly grabbed the thermos. "Here, let me do it." He stepped out to get the water instead. Lin Wanqing smiled to herself, thinking that this guy was surprisingly attentive and caring when it truly mattered. Just as Chen Yi finished filling the thermos and headed back, he heard a loud argument breaking out in one of the hospital rooms. Song Shu Ran shouted, both furious and desperate, "Why the hell should I be the one paying off his debts? We're already divorced." A street thug barked back viciously. "I don't give a damn if you're divorced or not. You are going to pay back his money. I know you work at that car dealership, and you only come to visit your old lady after your shift ends. How about we keep your old lady company for you? You either pay up the cash, or come drink and have a little fun with us boys tonight. Do that, and we can push the gambling debt back a few days." Chen Yi stormed into the room carrying the thermos, his phone held up high. He was already recording. "Go entertain your own mothers, you scumbags. I've got everything you just did on camera. I'm calling the cops right now. Let's see how you try to explain this to the authorities." The three thugs' faces instantly dropped. They glared and threatened him. "Listen here, kid, you'd better mind your own damn business." Chen Yi stood his ground, completely unfazed. "Go ahead, test me. See if I won't call the cops." The three punks exchanged a look, shot a vicious glare at Chen Yi, and stomped out of the room. Chen Yi pocketed his phone and shut the door. With tear-filled eyes, Song Shu Ran told him that her ex-husband, Wang Damao, was a hopeless gambling addict. He owed a massive debt to loan sharks, even though they had already been divorced for 3 months. Chen Yi urged her to go to the police. Song Shu Ran helplessly explained that her father had already passed away. Her younger sister was married off and living far away, and their relatives avoided her like the plague. She couldn't hold back her tears any longer. Chen Yi's expression grew incredibly heavy. He handed her a tissue and gently patted her trembling shoulders, softly comforting her. "Just take some time off to take care of your mom first. If worse comes to worst, I'll help you figure a way out of this." "Thank you, Chen Yi. I really appreciate it. It's nothing, we're old classmates after all." "Shu Ran, I need to head over there first. There's still something I need to take care of at the hospital." "What took you so long?" "Oh, I bumped into a girl I used to go to school with. We chatted for a bit." Lin Wanqing mentioned that Song Shiran's mom has been in the hospital for a week now. She hasn't had her surgery yet. It's probably a money issue. Chen Yi already had a plan in mind. "How many years am I gonna have to work to pay you back 300,000? Chen Yi smirked playfully and said, "Well, how about you, sis?" Lin Wanqing thought he was going to suggest she marry him to pay off the debt, so she quickly interrupted him. Stop it right there. Absolutely not. I am not going to drag you down with me. Chen Yi then laughed. I meant coming to work for me. What on earth were you thinking about? Someone's mind is in the gutter, huh, sis? Are you starting a business? Anyway, I'm going downstairs to grab us some food. I already ordered delivery on my phone, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. He, that's because I care about you, sis. Are you falling in love with me? Wanna give yourself to me as repayment? Lin Wanqing blushed, her pretty face turning bright red. She jumped up and ran into the bathroom, patting her burning cheeks. Her mind was a mess as she panicked. Is that big jerk actually serious? You don't get it, I'm smoking away my loneliness. Those words made Lin Wanqing's heart flutter even more. She secretly wondered to herself, is that big jerk really that lonely? Meanwhile, Chen Yi had just gone downstairs for a smoke. He bumped right into Song Shiren walking out. He took the initiative to say hi, Song. Hey beautiful, have you eaten yet? After Song Shiren smiled and replied. Chen Yi suggested they go for a walk, and Song Shiren gladly agreed. The two of them then left the hospital together. Are you short on cash? Is that why your mom hasn't had her surgery yet? Song Shiren gave a soft, quiet hum. Chen Yi pressed further. How much are you short? She gave a bitter smile and said, about 50,000, I guess. The doctor said my mom's condition is in the middle stages. The surgery will cost around 150,000. I scraped everything together, and I only have about 100,000 on hand. Chen Yi asked her why she didn't just ask him for a loan. Song Shiren said helplessly, how could I possibly have the nerve to ask you for that? We're just old middle school classmates who haven't seen each other in years. Chen Yi could tell she was a genuinely honest person, so he asked her directly, is 100,000 enough? You want to lend me 100,000? 100,000 is just pocket change to me. But I have absolutely no idea how long it will take for me to pay you back. There's no need to rush. I offered to lend you the money, because I trust your character. I'm not worried about you running off with it. But right now, you need to pay those fees so your mom can get the surgery and recover as soon as possible. It can't be delayed any longer. Song Shiren's eyes welled up with tears. She cried tears of overwhelming relief, standing up and bowing deeply to thank him. Alright, you really don't need to do all that. Like I said, we're old classmates. The way Song Shiren looked at Chen Yi was filled with immense gratitude and complex emotions. This man gave her a profound sense of security she had never felt before. Chen Yi didn't waste any more words, simply pulling out his phone and transferring the funds to her. Upon receiving the money, Song Shiren was so emotional and overwhelmed that she didn't even know how to properly thank him. Chen Yi urged her not to mention it, telling her to hurry back and arrange the surgery. Song Shiren nodded again and again, practically running back to the hospital. Chen Yi didn't go back to the hospital, but called to ask Xu Zhixia out instead. In less than 20 minutes, Xu Zhixia showed up at the park. She had changed into a traditional Chinese-style outfit, paired with sheer black tights and high heels. Looking absolutely stunning, graceful, and elegant. She was the absolute peak of innocent but sexy. Because I just wanted to hold your little hand and take a stroll in the park, Chen Yi said. Because I want to hold your little hand and stroll around the park, Chen Yi repeated. Because I want to hold your little hand and stroll around the park. After saying that, he just straight up grabbed Xu Zhixia's small hand. Because I want to hold your little hand and stroll around the park. Xu Zhixia's pretty face flushed red. You're not gonna let me hold it? Fine, I'll let go then, Chen Yi teased. She stared at him, her eyes wide with shock. You're not gonna let me hold it? Fine, I'll let go then. Chen Yi deliberately teased her, saying, if you won't let me hold it, then I'll just let go. No, don't, Xu Zhixia blurted out instinctively, and immediately gripped Chen Yi's hand tighter. She shyly lowered her head. Chen Yi held her hand as they strolled casually around the park. He kept gently rubbing and squeezing her hand, which earned him quite a few bashful eye rolls. He even deliberately guided them into the dimly lit areas of the park, making Xu Zhixia scold him shyly. Chen Yi gave a wicked smirk and asked, does it feel like we're dating right now? Xu Zhixia shyly mumbled, I don't know. Chen Yi then casually asked her a question. Finding out that she had actually never dated anyone in her entire life, he teased her. Oh, get over yourself. I just didn't want to date anyone, that's all. Well, do you want to date me? Xu Zhixia wiggled her hand a few times to get free. She whispered, I don't know. Chen Yi didn't push it or tease her any further. Instead, he took her to buy some milk tea, and Xu Zhixia couldn't stop smiling the whole time. She felt really happy inside. Meanwhile, Chen Yi was checking his phone. Li Qingxia had sent a text. I heard from my cousin that you're loaded now. Does this bitch know already? He thought. Right after that, another message from Li Qingxia popped up. You even made a reservation at. Meanwhile, at the restaurant, Hu Wenjing grabbed a bottle of strong, hard liquor. She looked at Chen Yi provocatively and challenged, "Come on, little Yi, let's go." "Hard liquor it is. Let me pour you a glass first, Sister Jing." Hu Wenjing swiftly tied her hair up into a ponytail and laughed, "Now that's a good boy." His buddy joked around, "Wow, going right after the cousin, huh? You look like you're getting ready to brawl with Chen Yi." Hu Wenjing laughed heartily, "Hell yeah, I am. I didn't even get to drink with him at your wedding. I'm drinking him under the table tonight. Let's see if he was just blowing smoke this afternoon." Chen Yi poured himself a solid double shot of the hard liquor. "Let's all take a shot first. I'll do a solo toast to Sister Jing right after." "Alright, Sister Jing, this one is just for you. Cheers. Please forgive me for not recognizing you the second time we met." Hu Wenjing laughed brightly. "Oh, why are you still worrying about that?" They drank. Chen Yi praised Sister Jing for being so chill, then threw back his entire double shot in one gulp. His sister-in-law quickly told them to pace themselves. "It's fine. I finally have a real drinking buddy. I'm just happy. I think it was back in September. I got laid off by my company. I went home and just laid in bed for a whole month. Then, your sister-in-law mentioned the restaurant needed a helper. I was bored out of my mind doing nothing, so I came over to help out. I'm planning to leave after the new year once I find a decent job." "Sister Jing, you really need to pace yourself. That's hard liquor. What's the matter, are you scared?" "Sister Jing, you clearly don't know me well enough yet. Cheers. Hey, we're gonna take the kids home for their bath first. Come on. Let's take a shot, just the two of us. Let Sister Jing take a breather. That damn scumbag, keeping a mistress on the side. He actually dared to treat me like garbage. Come on, Sister Jing, here's to you escaping that living hell." The two of them slammed a few more bottles of beer, and it completely went to their heads. Second brother asked his wife to help escort everyone back to rest. The next morning, Chen Yi woke up, feeling a heavy weight pressing down on his chest. It was making him uncomfortable, so he nudged it. "What the heck is this?" A lazy, feminine voice mumbled, Stop messing around. Let me sleep a bit more." Chen Yi's eyes snapped open instantly. He looked down, and saw that the person snuggled up in his arms was actually Hu Wenjing. His face filled with sheer panic. Just then, Hu Wenjing slowly lifted her head, her long hair cascading down, revealing her beautiful, makeup-free face. Their eyes locked. The air completely froze. "Jing, could you maybe let go of me first?" Hu Wenjing blinked in shock. They both scrambled to grab the blanket and cover themselves up. After calming down, Hu Wenjing realized she had walked into the wrong room. She gave herself a light slap to wake up. "I must have gone into the wrong room last night," she said. Chen Yi asked awkwardly, "Did we, you know?" Hu Wenjing shot him an annoyed glare. "What, are you saying I'm not good enough for you? Even if something did happen last night, it's not like you got the short end of the stick. We're both consenting adults. What is there to be so embarrassed about? So, what do you want to do about it? Let's just pretend nothing ever happened, alright?" "Alright, if you're cool with it, Jing, then why should I feel awkward? I'm heading to the restaurant first, Chen Yi." Once out the door, Hu Wenjing couldn't hold back a smile. Her cheeks flushed bright red as flashes of last night ran through her mind. She muttered, "He's actually pretty wild," before heading off to work. Chen Yi sat in the living room, completely spaced out for a while, before grabbing a cab to the hospital. He went to see Dudu. Inside the ward, Lin Wanqing and her mother, Feng Ju, were both there. Chen Yi immediately behaved himself. Feng Ju, feeling terribly sorry for her daughter, said, "I'm here to take over for Wanqing so she can go get a whole day of rest." Lin Wanqing replied, "It's fine, Mom." But Feng Ju insisted, "You've exhausted yourself taking care of Dudu these past few days. Besides, Dudu is doing fine now, so you really don't need to worry." She then turned and smiled at Chen Yi. "Come on, Chen Yi, take a seat. I'm just going to step out to the restroom." The moment she left, Chen Yi slid right up next to Lin Wanqing. "Did you miss me last night, babe?" "Song Shiren, you bitch. Is he your little toy boy? Am I right? Oh, wow. So you were the one cheating on me the whole time. And you had the nerve to ask me for a divorce? Back off. Who the hell are you?" Before the man could finish his sentence, Chen Yi slapped him hard across the face. "Watch your filthy mouth." Behind him, Song Shiren kept her head down, crying silent tears of grievance. "Say one more word, I dare you. Just you wait, I'm going to make you pay for this." Chen Yi yelled back, "Oh, I'll be waiting. If you don't show up, you're nothing but a spineless coward." Wang Damao scrambled away in terror. After the crowd scattered, Chen Yi firmly told Song Shiren, "I don't care who comes looking for trouble, just call the cops immediately. If that jerk ever comes back, you call me right away or call the police." Song Shiren finally managed a weak smile. Chen Yi then asked how her mother was doing. She mentioned that the recovery was going alright, but they'd have to spend the new year in the hospital. Chen Yi comforted her, saying that health is what matters most, and missing one holiday is no big deal. Song Shiren brought up that her car had finally arrived at the dealership, and they agreed to grab lunch together later. Chen Yi leaned against the window, smoking a cigarette while on the phone with Xu Zhixia. He gave a wicked smile. What else could I be doing? I'm thinking about you. Xu Zhixia laughed. Oh, I don't believe that. She complained about being grounded by her dad, and Chen Yi joked that he'd just go climb over her wall. He teased her until she was laughing and scolding him, and the two chatted on the phone for over an hour. They talked until Song Shiren came out of the hospital room to treat him to lunch. It's nothing compared to a simple, home-cooked meal. Back in the day, you made your fortune doing e-commerce, but then you got schemed against by Chen Dao and lost it all. Now you're worth hundreds of millions. Keep a low profile, keep a low profile. Hurry up and eat. Over at the car dealership, Manager Wu personally came out to welcome him. He bowed and scraped with an apologetic smile to Chen Yi, while Wang Wei was demoted to a regular salesman. He and Zhang Quihong were absolutely red-eyed with jealousy. While Song Shiren was handling the car delivery paperwork, Zhang Quihong secretly recorded a video. Xu Yaodong happened to walk by, and his eyes lit up when he saw the top-of-the-line Maybach. When he found out that Mr. Chen had 100 million in his black card, he was beyond shocked. This Mr. Xu wants to meet you. Who knows, maybe you guys can do some business together in the future. Wait, isn't this the father of our beautiful campus queen, Xu? Over 4 million. Where did you get so much money? I won 100 million. Lin Wanqing was completely dumbfounded. Chen Yi transferred 100,000 to her as a sugar daddy allowance, but Lin Wanqing refused it. Chen Yi said with a dominant tone, I will never mistreat you or doo-doo. Lin Wanqing's eyes filled with deep emotion. Halfway there, Chen Yi drove the car onto a dirt path in the woods, joking that he wanted to test out the suspension. With a wicked smirk on his face, he pulled Lin Wanqing into the back seat. It wasn't until the sky grew dark that the Maybach finally stopped rocking. Chen Yi stepped out of the car, completely satisfied. This car is totally worth it. In the back seat, Lin Wanqing's face was burning red, her eyes filled with deep affection. The two of them continued their drive to the resort. After finishing dinner there, they strolled hand in hand along the beach before heading back to their hotel. Lin Wanqing gasped at how luxurious the room was, throwing herself into Chen Yi's arms and telling him how much she loved it. Chen Yi smirked and asked for his reward, whispering something dirty into her ear. Lin Wanqing's pretty face flushed bright red. That night, the two of them made love until the early hours of the morning before finally falling asleep. Once back at the hospital, Xu Zhixia asked Chen Yi out for a meal. Lin Wanqing said considerately that she wouldn't get in the way of him hanging out with his female classmate, and told him to hurry up and go. Downstairs, Chen Yi bumped into his buddy, Zhang Xin. Zhang Xin was absolutely floored when he saw the Maybach, suspecting that Chen Yi had done something illegal. Chen Yi showed him the winning lottery record, and Zhang Xin immediately dropped to his knees and jokingly yelled, Uncle. Chen Yi tossed him the car keys and told him to go get the license plates registered. At the entrance of Juya restaurant, Xu Zhixia stood looking absolutely gorgeous. She waited there until Chen Yi snuck up from behind to tease her, and the two began playfully bantering. Suddenly, an electric bike came rushing toward them. With quick reflexes, Chen Yi grabbed Xu Zhixia's slender waist and pulled her out of the way. They stared into each other's eyes for a long moment before Chen Yi asked, Are you okay? Xu Zhixia blushed and whispered, I'm fine. They then headed into the restaurant. Xu Zhixia asked if he was going to Chen Dao's pre-wedding party. Chen Yi let out a cold smirk. The real show is about to begin. Xu Zhixia asked him to take the drinks for her. Chen Yi gave a wicked smirk. It's easier to make my move when you're drunk. Up on the staircase, Xu Zhiji and his mother spotted Xu Zhixia having a meal with Chen Yi. His mother asked who that man was, and Xu Zhiji replied through gritted teeth. He's her classmate, just a total loser. Burning with intense jealousy, he saw the affectionate look in Xu Zhisha's eyes, and knew instantly that she had fallen for Chen Yi. Mom, let's go. There's no need. Brother Long is a good buddy of mine. Please send a few guys over to scare someone for me. That punk is trying to steal my woman. Chen Yi, you brought this on yourself. How about I just go visit your dad? There is nothing a good round of drinks cannot fix. Don't do anything crazy. My dad isn't in good health. Right now, his impression of you is only based on what Xu Zhiji told him. A good-for-nothing loser. Even if you actually brought some liquor over, before you even walk through the door, he would chase you away with a broom. Minor issue. Who knows, maybe once your dad actually meets me, he'll be completely won over by my character and charm, and agree to let us date. She said Xu Zhiji is taking him to a KTV club tonight. We'll see each other then. The two of them reluctantly parted ways. Chen Yi watched her drive home, then walked toward the parking lot alone. Well, punk, we meet again. Let me guess, did Shu Jiji send you guys? Since you figured it out, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Stay away from women who aren't yours. But I didn't expect it to be you, punk. You made us look like fools at the hospital last time. Now we're settling all our old and new scores at once. We live in a lawful society now, and you guys are still playing gangster? This parking lot is covered in security cameras. You really dare to make a move? I'll just lie on the floor and call the cops. Zhang Jiafu laughed hysterically at the punk. Ever heard of Tenglong Financial Company? The boss, Wang Tenglong, is my big brother. In Lekang County, my big brother is the absolute law. Chen Yi chuckled. Isn't he just the head thug of a loan shark gang? Zhang Jiafu flew into a rage, pointing his knife straight at Chen Yi. Believe it or not, I'll finish you off with one slash. Chen Yi didn't even blink. Try touching me, I dare you. Zhang Jiafu was frozen by Chen Yi's piercing glare. He didn't dare to make a move, but the blonde-haired thug next to him thought Chen Yi was provoking them. He threw a punch, but Chen Yi dodged it with quick agility. The blonde and the long-haired thug swung their fists wildly like maniacs. Chen Yi shielded his head. He kept a close eye on their lower stances. The next second, he let out a loud battle cry. The two dropped to the ground instantly, clutching their inner thighs with both hands in agony. Zhang Jiafu watched with a completely stunned face. Chen Yi glared fiercely at the two men on the ground. He walked over, grabbed the long-haired thug by the hair, and gave him a vicious slap. The blonde guy tried to get up, but Chen Yi kicked him brutally right in the stomach. He collapsed with a miserable scream. The long-haired thug begged, "Boss, please stop hitting us." The blonde guy yelled, "Brother Fu, hurry up and finish him off." Chen Yi knocked out the blonde guy's teeth with a single punch, then roared angrily at Zhang Jiafu, "Come on, do it." Zhang Jiafu was so terrified that his switchblade almost slipped from his hand. "Weren't you acting so tough just a second ago? Bro, I was wrong. Your brothers are getting beaten up. If you don't take a few hits yourself, how can you call yourself their brother? Punk, just you wait." After saying that, Chen Yi smashed a heavy punch right into Zhang Jiafu's nose bridge. Zhang Jiafu stumbled back and slammed into a car, blood oozing through his fingers. After dropping some empty threats, he quickly signaled his buddies to run away. Chen Yi didn't bother chasing them. He took out his phone and dialed Shu Jiji. "Boss Shu, the guys you sent are completely useless. I beat them so bad they ran away in seconds. If you're that desperate, why don't you come fight me yourself? You'd better bring some bruise ointment with you, so you can patch yourself up while I beat you down." Shu Jiji couldn't hold back his fury. "Chen Yi, don't get too full of yourself." Chen Yi cursed back loudly. "Full of myself, my ass. A pathetic joke like you isn't worth my time. No wonder Ji Sha looks down on you. If you have the guts, come over here yourself. Watch me smash your balls to pieces." Shu Jiji roared back, "Alright. You just wait." Then he hung up the phone. Slamming his fist on the desk, "I don't care, you have to help me teach him a lesson. Times have changed. If we send guys over and the cops get involved, it's going to be a huge mess. I'll come over to talk to you right now." Chen Yi returned to his second brother's house. He thought no one was home, but then Hu Wenjing walked out of the bathroom. She had just taken a shower and was wearing a thin t-shirt. Her fair, gorgeous legs were so distracting that Chen Yi couldn't take his eyes off them. Hu Wenjing smiled and asked, "Have you stared enough?" Chen Yi's face flushed red. I'm so sorry. Sister Jing, you're home." Hu Wenjing gave a charming, flirtatious smile. "Are you feeling shy?" Chen Yi was absolutely mortified. He was so overwhelmed by Hu Wenjing that he couldn't say a word. "Weren't you just bragging about how tough you are, you rascal? What's wrong? Afraid your big sister is gonna eat you up again?" Chen Yi, looking totally awkward, changed the subject. "Sister Jing, you must be back for your lunch break, right? You should go get some rest, so you have the energy to work this afternoon. I'm feeling sleepy, too. I'll head back to my room to sleep first, okay?" During the lunch break, Chen Yi was deep in a groggy sleep when he was suddenly woken up by a ringing phone. He answered the call. It turned out to be Zhang Xin calling. He asked if he was going to the restaurant dinner organized for Chen Dao's wedding that night. Chen Yi replied, "I think I'll pass on the dinner. I'll just head straight to the KTV later." "Got it, I'll drive your car over. It's the perfect chance to flex in front of those chumps. Just don't tell them the car is mine." Zhang Xin readily agreed. "Don't worry, I'll just say I borrowed it to show off." Only then did Chen Yi hang up the phone. Chen Yi checked his WeChat and saw a message from Shu Jixia, saying that Shu Jiji had arrived at his house, and asking him to go grab dinner with Chen Dao and Li Qingxia together. Chen Yi immediately called back, saying he wouldn't be going out to the dinner. Shu Jixia laughed and said, "Then I won't go either. Catch you at the club KTV later." Chen Yi gave a brief yeah and didn't chat much further. He also didn't mention the fact that Shu Jiji had hired people to beat him up. Come dinner time, Chen Yi brought packed takeout to Dudu's hospital room. Lin Wanqing was keeping Dudu company. The moment she saw him walk in, her pretty face lit up with absolute joy. Chen Yi smiled and said, "I'm obviously here to keep you and little Dudu company for dinner." Lin Wanqing took the food with a charming smile. I was just about to order takeout. The two chatted as they ate together. Lin Wanqing asked Chen Yi if he was going to the KTV tonight, and Chen Yi said yes. "I want to see how many classmates are going to make fun of me." Lin Wanqing smiled charmingly. "I think you're just going there to show off, aren't you? You know me too well, sis. Come here and give me a kiss." "Mwah, stop it, Dudu is right here. Let's go to the KTV, my beautiful miss song." He then smiled at Lin Wanqing. "Sis, we're gonna head out first." Lin Wanqing reminded him, "Don't drink too much tonight. Have fun." Chen Yi and Song Shiren took a cab to the Tiangong KTV club. The entrance was totally packed, and looking around, there were so many familiar faces. Chen Jianren, a guy from his village, spotted Chen Yi and immediately sneered. "You actually have the nerve to show up at Dao's wedding? Aren't you embarrassed? Not as pathetic as you. Your ex-girlfriend is marrying Dao, and yet you still have the thick skin to show up. Ha ha ha. If you dare to pull a huge surprise at my wedding." Chen Yi, glad you could make it. I was actually worried you'd be too ashamed to show up. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys a massive surprise for your wedding. If you try any funny business at my wedding, don't blame me for ignoring our childhood friendship and making sure you can never show your face in this village again. Just wait and see. Xu Zhixia and Deng Xiaolu stepped out of their Uber. The moment she spotted Chen Yi, she ditched Deng Xiaolu and ran straight over, wrapping her arms tightly around Chen Yi's. Everyone there, especially Xu Zhiji and Chen Dao, was absolutely dumbfounded by the sight. Xu Zhiji, in particular, was glaring with eyes full of pure resentment, burning with fury as he locked his gaze on Chen Yi. "Zhixia, are you seriously going to be with a loser like Chen Yi? Zhiji is the perfect guy for you. Xiaolu, just stop it. I love Yi. And you'd better never call him a loser or say horrible things like that ever again. TCH. Well, since you've made up your mind to be with Chen Yi, I've got nothing left to say." Hearing this, Xu Zhixia finally breathed a sigh of relief, and actually gained a bit of respect for Xu Zhiji. But Chen Yi just narrowed his eyes, a mocking smirk playing on his lips. Suddenly, a stunning silver and black two-tone Maybach pulled up, stealing the spotlight. It instantly outshined Chen Dao's Maserati wedding car. As the door opened, the crowd gasped. Stepping out of the car was none other than Zhang Xing. Chen Dao blurted out in shock, "Holy shit, Zhang Xing? What are you doing here, man?" Li Qingxia couldn't help but glance back at Chen Yi. She knew that this car actually belonged to him. The KTV room was completely filled with smoke, making Xu Zhixia and Song Shiren choke and feel terribly uncomfortable. Zhang Xin suggested they go hang out in the bridesmaids' room. Chen Yi smiled and said, "Yeah. You guys should probably head over there first." Even though Xu Zhixia didn't want to leave him, she agreed after Chen Yi promised they'd grab a late-night snack later, and went to the room next door with Song Shiren. "Zhixia, let me pour you a drink as an apology. I really can't drink anymore." "Oh come on, Zhixia, just one drink. If you don't drink it, it means you haven't forgiven me. I'll drink it for her." "Who said you could drink it? Xiaolu, what is your problem? Shiren was just helping me out with a drink. Why are you yelling at her?" Meanwhile, back at the club entrance, Chen Yi and Xu Zhiji were in a tense standoff. Chen Yi intentionally provoked them, asking what would happen if Xu Zhisha's father actually treated him with complete respect. As soon as he said that, Xu Yaodong suddenly appeared, warmly shaking Chen Yi's hand. "Mr. Chen, you're here to relax at the Heavenly Palace Club?" Xu Zhiji was absolutely dumbfounded on the spot, staring in shock at the scene. Xu Zhixia was helping a drunk Song Shiren down the stairs, and when she saw her father bumping into Chen Yi, she immediately stepped in to protect him. "Dad, please don't make things difficult for him. I'll do whatever you say, okay? To think you and my daughter were middle school classmates." Why was her father being so incredibly polite to Chen Yi? "Mr. Chen, this is truly unexpected. You and my daughter really have a special connection. Are you free anytime soon? How about I treat you to a nice meal at the Juya restaurant?" "Well, Mr. Xu, I certainly didn't expect you to be Zhisha's dad." What a coincidence. Standing right next to them, Xu Zhixia looked even more confused. Her father was looking at Chen Yi like a future son-in-law. "Dad, what's going on between you and Ah Yi?" "Oh, come on, Zhixia. Didn't I tell you before? That fully loaded Maybach belongs to Mr. Chen?" Xu Zhisha's jaw dropped in absolute shock. She stood there speechless for the longest time, while right beside her, Song Shirin suddenly started losing her balance. Pressing a hand against her chest, her flushed, burning face twisted in sheer discomfort. "It hurts so much," she cried out in pain. Chen Yi immediately rushed over to catch her. "Shirin, why did you drink so much?" he asked anxiously, seeing how off her color looked. Chen Yi quickly turned to Shu Jixia. "Jixia, I need to get Shirin home first." At that moment, Jixia's head was spinning with questions, and she desperately wanted to get to the bottom of it. How did Chen Yi suddenly turn into this ultra-rich guy her dad was talking about, the one who could casually afford a Maybach? But Shu Yaodong cut her right off. "Well then, Mr. Chen, I'll take Jixia home first." Holding Song Shirin steady, Chen Yi gave Jixia a reassuring wink and mimed a call me gesture with his hand. Jixia gave a small nod and headed home with her dad. Checking on Song Shirin in his arms, Chen Yi realized she had gone completely limp. Her face and neck were burning a deep red. "God, you're burning up," he gasped. Song Shirin threw her arms around him, pressing her feverish cheek against his chest. "I'm so hot," she whimpered. Chen Yi's expression instantly hardened as a horrible realization hit him. "Something's wrong, Shirin. This isn't just you being drunk." Seeing her slipping in and out of consciousness, panting heavily, he quickly bundled her into a ride-share car and headed straight for the hospital. "Chen Yi, it hurts so bad. Shirin, stay with me. Did you drink something you shouldn't have? I bet that glass of wine was spiked." Shu Jiji must have tampered with Jixia's drink. With a dark, murderous look in his eyes, Chen Yi concluded that the wine had been spiked, and Shu Jiji had definitely tampered with Jixia's drink. But Song Shirin was completely delirious by now. Pressing her lips against his neck, she murmured, "Chen Yi, please, take me." Chen Yi gently cupped her face, holding his ground. "Shirin, I am taking you to the hospital right now." Refusing in agony, Song Shirin cried, "No, take me to a hotel." Fighting to hold onto her very last shred of sanity, she begged him. "Please, I'm begging you, just take me." Leaving Chen Yi torn in absolute agony. It was just past 2 in the morning. Chen Yi sat at the foot of the hotel bed quietly smoking a cigarette, looking back over his shoulder at Song Shirin. His eyes were filled with a heavy, complicated helplessness. He never imagined that it had actually been Song Shirin's first time. Slowly sitting up in bed, she massaged her throbbing temples. "My head is killing me." Chen Yi asked her gently, "Shirin, are you feeling any better?" Looking over at Chen Yi, she said awkwardly, "I know what happened, Chen Yi. I don't blame you." She remembered clear as day that she was the one who insisted on coming to the hotel. Letting out a heavy sigh, Chen Yi said, "If my hunch is right, that glass of wine you took for Jixia was spiked. With that kind of drug, you know what I mean?" Song Shirin gave a quiet nod. "I know." Thinking back, she murmured, "It was Deng Xiaolu who poured that glass for Jixia. The moment I drank it instead of her, Deng Xiaolu's face went completely weird." Chen Yi's face turned ice cold. Then my hunch was right. Shu Jiji put Deng Xiaolu up to it. He explained how Shu Jiji had gotten rejected by Jixia, and decided to stoop to such a dirty, low-life trick. Chen Yi smiled helplessly, "Yet, by some crazy twist of fate, you ended up drinking that glass instead. And I got the sweet end of the deal." Song Shirin comforted Chen Yi shyly. "Please don't let it weigh on you. I was completely sober at the time. I was the one who asked you to come to the hotel. I'm a divorced woman, so really, you're the one who lost out." Chen Yi sat down right next to her and said, "Don't say that. It was your very first time, after all." Song Shirin lowered her head and explained. It was actually him who couldn't perform. It turned out her ex-husband couldn't do it because of an injury he got as a kid. Actually, Wang Damao's family was quite well off originally, which is why my parents forced me into marrying him. But I only found out later that he got injured as a child and just wasn't capable anymore. Okay, I get it. On top of that, he was super lazy. Got hooked on gambling, and blew the entire family business. He literally gave his own dad a stroke from pure anger, so I made up my mind to divorce him. Chen Yi nodded understandingly. "You practically escaped a living hell. It was the right choice." Song Shirin boldly turned her head to meet Chen Yi's gaze, and said earnestly, "Just pretend tonight never happened, okay? I don't want this to ruin your relationship with the campus beauty shoe, and I don't want to take advantage of you either. We were just an accident." Chen Yi smiled, putting an arm around her shoulder. "Do you really like me? You kept saying you liked me the entire time, you know." Song Shirin covered her face with both hands in sheer embarrassment. Burying her face in his chest begging for mercy, "Chen Yi, please stop talking. I'm dying of embarrassment. Look, I don't want to hear the details. You guys need to pay for the mattress, bedsheets, and quilt. 3,500 in total. What the hell? Why should I be the one paying?" The cleaning lady said the mattress, sheets, and quilt are completely ruined and can't be used anymore. "Shouldn't you guys be the ones paying for it?" Man, it really takes all kinds of weirdos to make a world. Back at the hospital, Chen Yi quietly slipped into Lin Wanqing's blanket. Lin Wanqing woke up startled, playfully swatted him in a fluster, and gasped, "Phew. You scared me to death." Chen Yi gave a wicked smirk and asked, "Wanna do some morning workout?" Still half asleep, Lin Wanqing rubbed her eyes and asked, "Huh? What morning workout?" Once Chen Yi explained it to her, she finally caught on and cried out, "Ah, you big jerk. I'm sorry, okay? Earlier on, I really didn't mean to keep it from you. I actually won the lottery, hit 100 million. Just proves I was born to be rich. I bought a random ticket and actually bagged 100 million. The god of wealth is literally chasing after me." Chen Yi was crouching under a tree downstairs at the hospital having a smoke when he got a call from Li Qingxia. Li Qingxia whined in a super clingy voice, "Oh, Yi babe. I miss you so much. When are you coming over? I honestly can't wait to call off a wedding with Chen Dao right in front of everyone." Holding back his urge to gag, Chen Yi said, "Don't rush it, babe. Wait until your wedding with Chen Dao reaches the part where you exchange rings, then drop the bomb that you're calling it off." Li Qingxia asked, "Then when are you getting here?" Chen Yi replied, "Be right there, okay? Zhang Xin is driving my Maybach over to pick me up right now." "Xiao Yi, why are you getting involved with her? That Wanqing, she's a widow. And the whole village says she brings a curse on her husbands. If you really go through with this, Mom and Dad are gonna chew you out." Lin Wanqing kept her head down in silence. Chen Yi stepped right in front to protect her, his face darkening as he snapped back at his sister-in-law. "What did Sister Wanqing ever do to you, for you to talk about her so nastily? You're literally spreading malicious rumors, got it? All that village gossip is just pure prejudice against Sister Wanqing. It's all because big-mouthed gossips like you talk nonsense that these rumors even started." Getting called out, Zhao Li blew her top right then and there. "You little bastard. You dare call me a gossip?" Chen Yi didn't back down an inch. "Well, aren't you?" Zhao Li's eyes went wide with rage. "Alright then. I bet you just want to hook up with Lin Wanqing, that jinxed widow. Just wait till I get home and tell Mom and Dad. To teach you a lesson." Lin Wanqing cried out in a panic. "No, we're not." Chen Long grabbed Zhao Li, but she shook him off and screamed, "Am I your wife after all? Or is that widow?" Chen Long's face flushed bright red with rage. Zhao Li shot Chen Yi a vicious glare, grabbed her daughter, and stormed into the hotel. Looking deeply apologetic, Chen Long apologized to Lin Wanqing, then took his son and headed inside too. Chen Yi gently comforted Lin Wanqing, "Sis, don't listen to that loudmouth Zhao Li talking nonsense." Lin Wanqing looked up with tears in her eyes and said, "Xiao Yi. I'm scared she's going to go back and tell your parents." Chen Yi wiped away her tears, saying firmly, "It's okay, sis. My parents know what kind of person you are. They won't believe a word Zhao Li says. Even if the whole village finds out, I will always protect you." Lin Wanqing looked at Chen Yi with deep affection. Just then, a voice called out from behind. It was Shu Ji. Sha's voice, "Ah Yi." Lin Wanqing quickly wiped her tears away, and Chen Yi let go of her arm. Beaming with a huge smile, Shu Jixia ran over, wearing a lovely light purple maxi dress. She asked happily, "You actually beat me here?" Chen Yi chuckled and teased her. "Duh, it's a Maybach. How could it not be fast?" Having just parked the car, Zhang Xin walked over too, and seeing Shu Jixia hook her arm through Chen Yi's, teased, Well. Our big campus beauty Shu. Hooking arms already, are we?" Shu Jixia blushed, turning a curious look toward Lin Wanqing. "Ah Yi, who is this lady?" Chen Yi introduced her openly. "She's from my village. She's my neighbor, Sister Lin Wanqing. Wanqing sis, this is a classmate of mine." Shu Jixia took the initiative and smiled warmly. "Hi there, Wanqing sis." Lin Wanqing smiled back and complimented her. "Hello there. My goodness, you are so pretty." Shu Jixia returned the compliment. "Thank you, sis. You're really pretty too. You give off such a gentle, elegant vibe." "Oh please, sis, mature women are way more charming. Anyway, don't just stand here, let's go inside." "Oh right, how come Shirin didn't show up? I called her before I came. And she said she wasn't feeling well, so she wouldn't be coming to the reception." Remembering last night's craziness with Song Shirin, the four of them headed up to the second floor. Arriving at the entrance to the wedding, Chen Dawei spotted Chen Yi right away. He frowned deeply. "Chen Yi, you little brat, what are you doing here?" "Dad, I was the one who invited him to the reception." Chen Dawei let out a cold sneer, waving a hand dismissively. "HMPH. Just get inside then." A faint sneer tugged at the corner of Chen Yi's mouth as he stared coldly at Chen Dawei and Zhao Lihong. He remembered back then when he led Chen Dao into e-commerce and helped him make his fortune. Back then, those two shamelessly kissed up to him, calling him Xiao Yi every second breath. But now that Chen Dao had set a trap to screw him over, they instantly flipped their script. Just then, Chen Dao walked over, looking at Chen Yi with pure arrogance. Chen Yi, didn't you say you were gonna give me a big surprise at the wedding? What's the rush? Oh, your surprise is waiting for you all right. Chen Dawei and Zhao Lihong both turned their heads, their faces full of confusion. What surprise? Chen Dawei threatened coldly. Chen Yi, you little punk. If you dare make a scene at the wedding, I'll make sure you can't stay in this village. And your parents, they'll never be able to hold their heads up in this village again. Chen Yi smirked, not backing down at all. Uncle Dawei, throwing your weight around, huh? Brother Dao, it's about to start. You'd better go to the back and get ready. Chen Dao nodded, pointing a warning finger at Chen Yi. Before turning to leave, Chen Dawei and Zhao Lihong also gave a cold snort, and turned to enter the venue. The wedding scene was incredibly bustling. The stage was covered with flower baskets, and there were exactly 50 tables set up on both sides. Chen Yi took Xu Zhixia down to find the classmates' table. Lin Wanqing sat separately to avoid suspicion. The MC picked up the microphone and started speaking. Welcome, esteemed guests, to the wedding of Mr. Chen Dao and Miss Li Qingxia. The venue lights dimmed, and the spotlight shone on the main entrance. Chen Dao and Li Qingxia slowly entered, with the groomsmen and bridesmaids following on both sides. Thunderous applause erupted, with cheers echoing all around. Chen Dawei and Zhao Lihong sat together with Li Qingxia's parents. Seeing such a grand wedding, they felt incredibly proud. Chen Yi and Xu Zhixia sat at the classmates' table, smiling and clapping as well. Chen Yi leaned in close to Xu Zhixia's ear and whispered, later. I'll give you a wedding even more luxurious and grand than this one. Who says I'm marrying you? Groom shouted out loud. Are you willing to marry her? Bride, what about the bride? Are you willing to marry the groom? However, Li Qingxia turned her head to look in Chen Yi's direction. She gave a charming smile with her red lips, then turned back to face Chen Dao. Her expression darkened, and she shouted loudly, I do not. Honey, are you okay? I'm wide awake. I refuse to marry him. Why? Honey, what's wrong with you? Chen Dawei and Zhao Lihong were pacing anxiously, questioning Li Qingxia's parents. But they had no idea what was going on either. Gasps of shock filled the venue. Xu Zhixia and Zhang Xin were dumbfounded, turning to look at Chen Yi. Is this the big surprise you were talking about? I have a better choice. Because you're a 3-second wonder. Holy crap, seriously? The female classmates blushed but couldn't help snickering. Chen Dawei, Zhao Lihong, and the groomsmen and bridesmaids were all stunned. Standing under the spotlight, Chen Dao's face turned pale and green. It was quite a spectacular sight. You bitch, why did you have to say it in public? You've ruined my life in front of everyone. What's the point? I'm not marrying you just to live like a nun. Chen Dawei and Zhao Lihong furiously scolded her for going too far, but Li Qingxia didn't care at all. She threw down the microphone, lifted the hem of her wedding dress, and strode toward the main doors. Before leaving, she glanced at Chen Yi, flashing him a flirtatious smile. Chen Dao roared on the stage, flying into a violent rage. Everyone in the crowd watched with pity as Chen Dao started losing his mind. Remembering Chen Yi's advice, Lin Wanqing hurried to grab a few more bites of the good food. Chen Dawei snapped back to reality and told the groomsmen to drag Chen Dao off the stage. Picking up the microphone, he awkwardly apologized, I'm so sorry, everyone. You had to witness such a farce today. I promise I will return every single cent of your wedding gift money, untouched. Please enjoy this banquet on us as our formal apology. After saying that, he bowed deeply, grabbed his wife, and marched inside without looking back. Tell me the truth. Did Li Qingxia dump Chen Dao at the altar because of you? Pretty much. I played a part in it. But it was mostly her own idea. Xu Zhixia's voice suddenly turned cold. So you two are back together? Chen Yi looked right into her eyes with absolute sincerity. Not a chance. How could I ever get back together with someone like her? She's just a total gold digger. She came crawling to me, saying she wanted to call off a wedding with Chen Dao, so I just played along and agreed. Just to set up this whole show. Xu Zhixia pressed him. Are you seriously not lying to me? Chen Yi set down his chopsticks, his face turning dead serious. Every word is true. Chen Yi then laid out the whole story for her. Zhang Quihong, a sales representative at the dealership, found out he had 100 million, and tipped off Li Qingxia. The very next day, she came running to him. I just wanted to humiliate Chen Dao, which is why I had her dump him right at the altar. Xu Zhixia sat there completely jaw-dropped. It took her a long moment to process it. God, you are insanely vengeful. Chen Yi let out a soft chuckle. You know, true empathy doesn't actually exist. Unless you've lived in my skin, you will never understand my hatred for those two. Xu Zhixia asked what he planned to do with Li Qingxia next. Chen Yi let out a cold smirk. Her? I'll string her along for a bit. Let her enjoy a nice new year first. And then I'll take my sweet time tearing her down. Xu Zhixia felt a little uneasy. You're not planning to sleep with her while leading her on, are you? Please, even if she offered herself to me for free, I'd feel dirty. The surprise I set up for her, likewise, was meant to ruin their wedding. You still don't realize how ugly human nature can get. If I revealed right now that I have 100 million, all kinds of leeches would instantly swarm me for a handout. Keeping it hidden right now is my way of weeding out the fakes around me. Whoever treats me right, I'll pay them back twofold. And whoever crosses me, well, don't blame me for being ruthless. Xu Zhixia held his hand and said firmly, no matter what you choose to do, I will always support you. Could Chen Yi be behind this? Impossible. That guy is nothing but a broke, useless loser right now. That bitch Li Qingxia is a total gold digger. There's no way she'd choose him. And dump me in front of everyone. Meanwhile, Chen Yi and Xu Zhixia were just about finishing up their meal. When Li Qingxia called, Brother Yi, hurry up and tell Zhang Xin to give me the car keys. I need to get out of here. Chen Yi calmly agreed, alright, I'll have him bring the keys down to you. Head home first. We'll talk later. Li Qingxia giggled flirtatiously. You should come over to my place if you're free. You can help smooth things over with my parents. Holding back his sheer disgust, Chen Yi agreed. Beside him, Xu Zhixia rolled her eyes in disbelief. Chen Yi told Zhang Xin to take the car keys downstairs and give them to Li Qingxia. Just then, his older brother, Chen Long, walked over. He asked Chen Yi if he wanted to go to their second brother's little restaurant. Chen Yi turned him down. Right then, Xu Zhiji marched straight up to him, demanding coldly, Are you hiding something from me? He had seen Chen Yi and Xu Zhixia holding hands. He was absolutely burning with rage. Chen Yi just let out a disdainful scoff. Xu Zhiji, don't you think asking me that is completely ridiculous? What are we to each other anyway? Did you really expect me to share my secrets with you? Xu Zhiji, can you stop slandering Ah Yi? Chen Dao was the one who set him up and got his company seized. Are you saying that just because he's delivering food and working as a designated driver right now, he can't make a successful comeback? Xu Zhixia furiously scolded Xu Zhiji. It is truly pathetic to measure a person's worth entirely by their money. Xu Zhiji flew into a humiliated rage. Chen Yi then dropped a bombshell. Last time, Mr. Xu here actually hired a bunch of street thugs to threaten me, demanding that I leave you. Xu Zhixia's face turned icy cold as she glared fiercely at Xu Zhiji. Completely triggered, Xu Zhiji stormed off in a furious huff. Chen Yi smirked and called out, teasing Mr. Xu. Hey, you still haven't honored our bet from last night. Come on, let's head to the bathroom. I'll drop a steaming hot one right now for you to eat. Yeah, Xu Zhixia anxiously grabbed Chen Yi's arm, asking if he was hurt anywhere. Chen Yi smiled and reassured her he was perfectly fine. Just then, Xu Zhixia got a call and said her mom was telling her to come home. Let's talk tonight, she said. Chen Yi watched fondly as she walked away. Then he slung his arm around Zhang Xin's shoulder, saying he was taking him somewhere special. Zhang Xin gave an excited, wicked grin. Man, I heard a new foot massage joint just opened up north. They've got some cute Vietnamese girls. Chen Yi was completely speechless. But soon, the two of them arrived at a Mercedes-Benz dealership. Chen Yi boldly announced he was buying Zhang Xin a car. Zhang Xin was absolutely blown away. He kept shouting, "You're my freaking sugar daddy." In the end, Zhang Xin picked out a 7-seater Mercedes GLC 300. Fully loaded for 450,000 yuan. Chen Yi swiped his card without batting an eye. He told Manager Wu to put the sales commission under Song Shiren's name. Manager Wu respectfully hurried off to process the paperwork. Right at that moment, a group of guys strutted in. The guy leading them, Wang Tenglong, was looking to upgrade his ride. His lackey trailing behind, Zhang Jiafu, spotted Chen Yi instantly. Long Jie, that's the guy. He's the one who beat the three of us up all by himself last time. Wang Tenglong's gaze locked onto Chen Yi. Oh, so this is the punk Xu Zhiji wants me to deal with. Your name is Chen Yi, right? Chen Yi just sat calmly in the office, casually taking a drag from his cigarette. He shot a sideways glance at this Long Jie that Zhang Jiafu had brought in. It was pretty obvious that this guy was Wang Tenglong, a notorious local boss in the county. Mr. Xu actually just called me, asking me to send some guys over to teach you a lesson. I didn't expect to just bump into you here. Kid, your luck has totally run out today. You're screwed. A faint smirk tugged at the corner of Chen Yi's lips. He asked casually, "Oh, really?" Meanwhile, Zhang Xin had already quietly grabbed a heavy ashtray. Watching Wang Tenglong's crew like a hawk, ready to strike, Wang Tenglong just waved his hand dismissively. Relax. I'm not gonna start a brawl in Manager Wu's office. You're gonna walk out of here with me like a good boy. Do that, and I might just go a little easier on you outside. Hearing this, Chen Yi let out a mocking laugh. Still playing around with that cheap gangster crap? Manager Wu finally snapped out of his shock. He hurriedly threw himself between Wang Tenglong and Chen Yi, frantically pleading with them. Long Jie, is there some kind of misunderstanding between you and Mr. Chen? Manager Wang, this punk is just a broke loser who drives a piece of junk. What the hell are you yelling for? Get lost. Wang Tenglong immediately barked, shutting him down. Shut your mouth. Wang Tenglong noticed that Manager Wu's expression was completely off. He quickly turned to look at Chen Yi, his eyebrows furrowing tightly. With years of experience surviving in the underworld, he had a gut feeling that things weren't that simple. Brother Long, from what I just heard, you don't actually have any personal beef with Boss Chen, right? Someone else just asked you for a favor, is that right? Yeah, pretty much. Brother Long, I strongly advise you to drop any idea of clashing with him. I can guarantee you that Chen Yi is no ordinary guy. Manager Wu nodded with a dead serious face, confirming his warning. Brother Long, we've been friends for a long time. You know I'd never joke around about something like this. But that Boss Chen inside is absolutely not someone we can afford to cross. These words left Wang Tenglong completely stunned. He broke out in a cold sweat. Panicking, he urgently asked, Manager Wu, can you tell me more about him? He wanted Manager Wu to reveal Chen Yi's true identity, but Manager Wu knew exactly what could be said. And what absolutely had to be kept a secret. Brother Long, it's really not my place to leak Boss Chen's personal info. Just, whatever you do, do not offend him. Go in there right now, apologize, and try to smooth things over before they blow up, and turn those small problems into nothing at all. Alright, I'll go in and explain everything right now. Saying that, he followed Manager Wu back into the office. After all, he knew very well that some people simply couldn't be provoked. Manager Wu walked into the office, bowing and scraping as he smiled apologetically at Chen Yi. Boss Chen, Brother Long wants to sincerely apologize to you. Seeing this, Wang Tenglong's cold sweat started pouring down. I am so sorry, Boss Chen. I was totally blind and didn't realize who I was dealing with. This whole mess started because President Shu Zhiji asked me to handle a job for him, but he never told me your true identity. He almost made me commit an irreversible mistake. As for sending Xiao Fu to cause you trouble earlier, that was entirely my decision, made when I didn't know any better. Right here, right now, I, Wang Tenglong, formally apologize to you. I am so sorry. He bowed deeply, straight to Chen Yi, his attitude incredibly sincere. Brother Long, I know exactly what's going on here. We didn't know each other before, and you were just doing a job after taking Shu Zhiji's money. But let me give you a piece of advice. That Shu Zhiji, he's no good. Wang Tenglong nodded his head repeatedly. Yes, absolutely. When I get back, I'll definitely teach him a lesson and give you a satisfactory answer. Chen Yi nodded in satisfaction and said nothing more. Standing to the side, Zhang Xin was staring in absolute disbelief, sighing in awe in her heart. Man, this guy puts on a great act. He actually managed to bluff Wang Tenglong. I guess that's the confidence that comes with being rich. Xiaofu, get on your knees and apologize to Mr. Chen. Zhang Jiafu and his two men simultaneously dropped to their knees to apologize to Chen Yi. Chen Yi sat with his legs crossed, looking exactly like an untouchable big boss. He gave a dismissive wave of his hand. Wang Tenglong forced an apologetic smile. Well then, Mr. Chen, I won't take up any more of your time. If I get the chance, I'll definitely host a dinner to properly apologize to you. With that said, he quickly gathered Zhang Jiafu and the other goons, turned around, and left. He didn't even dare to offer Chen Yi his business card. You didn't say anything you weren't supposed to, did you? Don't worry, Mr. Chen. I only gave Wang Tenglong a little warning. I didn't reveal any of your personal details to him. That's good. Shu Zhiji, are you trying to freaking set me up? That Chen Yi guy you talked about. His background is no joke. And you had the nerve to tell me to send my guys to threaten him. To beat him up? If someone hadn't tipped me off, I would have been totally screwed over by a little punk like you. Boss Long, have you been drinking or something? Chen Yi is just some ordinary broke loser from Qianshan village. How could he possibly have any kind of background? Wang Tenglong roared back, "It doesn't matter who he is. Listen to me, Shu Jiji, you little piece of trash. I'm gonna teach you a lesson you'll never forget." Meanwhile, Manager Wu led a group of beautiful saleswomen and respectfully escorted Chen Yi into his brand new car. Zhang Xin slowly drove the car out of the dealership. They headed straight toward the foot spa. "Wow, you bought another car?" "I bought it for my son." "Wait, what?" Classmate Song Shiren. "Chen Yi is practically my godfather." Chen Yi returned to the hospital room. Lin Wanqing was just playing with her daughter. She told Chen Yi that her mom went downstairs to grab some things, and that she was going to stay the night to look after Dudu. She told him to get a good rest. Then, she gently pulled Chen Yi downstairs, saying there was something she really needed to talk to him about. The two of them walked to the small park behind the hospital building. Chen Yi noticed Lin Wanqing's anxious, frowning face, and his heart sank. He asked with deep concern, "Wanqing, what's wrong?" "Xiao Yi, maybe we should just call it quits." "Wanqing, what happened? Did your mom find out about us?" "No, it's not that." Chen Yi gently pulled Lin Wanqing down to sit on a park bench, asking her seriously, "Tell me, what's really on your mind?" Lin Wanqing looked completely torn, opening her mouth to speak but stopping herself. She just didn't know how to say it. "Is it because of what happened at the hotel at noon? Because of those awful things my sister-in-law, Zhao Li, said? Did that scare you? What should I do?" Lin Wanqing's pretty face fell. "What am I supposed to do?" She looked up at him, her eyes filled with panic. "What should I do?" He had clearly struck a nerve. "Wanqing, I totally understand why you're worried. And I know exactly why you're so scared. But honestly, seeing you like this actually makes me really happy." "Huh? Why would you say that?" "Because it means you care about me. And that you're looking out for me. Aren't you just worried that our relationship will be spread around by my sister-in-law, blowing it way out of proportion until the whole village knows? And then everyone will mock me, saying I'm such a loser who can't find a wife, so I had to hook up with you. If that happens, I wouldn't be able to show my face in the village anymore. And you'd have to deal with all their nasty gossip too." Chen Yi looked at Lin Wanqing, his eyes incredibly tender. He asked her with absolute sincerity, "Wanqing, let me ask you, do you really care about the garbage those villagers spew?" Those words made Lin Wanqing's heart skip a beat. "Of course I don't care about those people running their mouths. Ever since Yongchang passed away, I've had to put up with so many vicious rumors from Lu Chunlin and those nosy gossips. They say I'm cursed, that I bring bad luck to my husbands. I hadn't even been married into the Chen village for a year. And my husband died. If they ever see a man from the village so much as knock on my door, they start whispering that I'm out seducing men left and right." As she spoke, she was overwhelmed with grief. "But I swear, I have never had any inappropriate relationships with any man in this village. It's all just their nasty mouths spreading dirty lies. They've made me an absolute outcast to everyone here. And ever since then, I really didn't care about the nonsense Lu Chunlin and her gossiping crew said." "But, Xiao Yi," Chen Yi wrapped his arms around her waist and said, "I don't care either. Jia, I know you only suggested we split up for the sake of my reputation. That's why you said we should separate. But you forgot. I have over 90 million in my bank account right now. Those people in the village, I don't even take them seriously. Just you wait until the new year. You'll see how I slap them in the face. Especially Lu Chunlin and her gossiping crew. I'm definitely going to teach them a lesson. Anyway, what about your parents? With my sister-in-law's character, do you really think my mom would believe a word she says? Besides, my parents know what kind of person you are, Jia. They won't believe a single word my sister-in-law says. So just put your mind at ease." After saying that, his hand playfully rubbed Lin Wanqing's soft little belly. "Even so, your parents are definitely going to scold you. Let them scold me. Besides, I have a way to fix this." "What way?" Chen Yi didn't answer. Instead, he just lowered his head and silenced Lin Wanqing's tempting red lips. Lin Wanqing struggled, mumbling, "MMPH. No, someone might see us." Chen Yi looked around. It was pitch black with no one in sight. This bamboo forest was especially secluded. After who knows how long, a ringing phone interrupted the two of them. Chen Yi took out his phone and saw that it was a call from Xu Jixia. Her face flushed. Lin Wanqing took the chance to get up, nervously straightening her floral dress. "Is that so? Then we'll just have to meet up tomorrow at noon. Oh man, I can't have dinner with you tonight. I'm just heading back from my grandma's place, and I won't get to the county until later." Chen Yi said nonchalantly, "Is that so? Then we'll just have to meet up tomorrow at noon. Yeah, my dad said he wants to invite you to eat at Juyalu restaurant tomorrow. Is that okay?" "Sure thing. For noon or night?" "My dad said noon." I'll pick you up then. Oh, my mom is calling for me too. Xiaoyi, I'm heading up now. Chen Yi still wanted her to stay. Don't go yet, Jia. I haven't even. Lin Wanqing swatted away his naughty hands. And with a blushing face, she said, you big meanie, let me go right now. If someone walks by and sees us, I'd die of embarrassment. Alright then, but your mom is taking care of Dudu tonight, right? How about we go get a room somewhere? No way. Why not, even if we are keeping this kind of relationship going? We still can't see each other too often. If your beautiful school star girlfriend, Xu Zhixia, finds out, we'll see what you do then. After saying that, she took the chance to turn around and run away. After that, Chen Yi drove over to his second brother's small restaurant. Right as he walked in, Hu Wenjing let out a hearty laugh and warmly invited him to take a seat and get ready to eat. His second brother, Chen Feng, came out from the back kitchen, smiled, and said, Xiaoyi, I heard from our big brother. If I had known Chen Dao's wedding was going to be that spectacular, I would have closed shop today just to go watch the drama. His second sister-in-law, Liang Shalwi, chimed in, I know, right? The village group chats have completely blown up. Someone filmed a video of Chen Dao going totally crazy on stage, and it's going viral. His second brother burst into laughter. Who would have thought Chen Dao is a 3-second man? This time, he's never going to be able to show his face in the village again. Chen Yi smiled as he sat down across from Hu Wenjing. He immediately handed over a glass and asked, hard liquor or beer? Chen Yi replied without a second of hesitation, beer. He definitely didn't want a repeat of his last drunk incident. Xiaoyi, the scene at Chen Dao and Li Qingsha's wedding. Don't tell me you were really the one behind it? How could it be? I told you it had nothing to do with Xiaoyi. It definitely has to be an issue between Chen Dao and Li Qingxia themselves. In the video you showed me, didn't the girl say she wasn't willing to be stuck in a sexless marriage? Besides, if the guy can't even get it up, he's just a useless piece of trash. She's better off without him, right? Xiaoyi. Hu Wenjing poured Chen Yi a drink and said with a teasing smile, you, on the other hand, are very good at it. These words instantly shocked his second brother and sister-in-law, who stared at Chen Yi and Hu Wenjing in sheer disbelief. Sister Jing and I aren't what you're thinking. Hu Wenjing reacted quickly. Facing his second brother and sister-in-law's suspicious glares, she calmly smiled and waved her hand, saying, I meant Xiaoyi is really good at drinking. Last time we drank until the very end. I couldn't handle it anymore, but he was totally fine. His second brother and sister-in-law nodded, brushing off their suspicions. Haha, Chen Feng. Would you mind if your little brother married a divorced woman? Because if you don't mind, I might just tie Xiaoyi up and take him away. This question completely stumped his second brother and sister-in-law. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't want to drag Xiaoyi down. He hasn't even been married once. It'd be such a loss for him to marry an older, divorced woman like me. By the way, Xiaoyi, what's the deal with you and that campus beauty Shu now? Haven't won her over yet? Chen Yi played along and replied, I can win her heart in a matter of minutes. They laughed. Really? Can you bring her home for the new year so mom and dad can meet her? Not bad, Xiaoyi. Have you been using the flirting tricks I taught you last time? All credit goes to your masterclass in flirting, Sister Jing. It really did the trick. As for bringing the great campus beauty Shu home, I definitely could. But staying over is out of the question. I'm living in the old house right now. I really don't want to do campus beauty Shu dirty by making her stay in a rundown place with me. His second sister-in-law quickly waved her hand. Oh please, why are you worrying about that? If you actually bring a girl home, your second brother and I won't stay at the family house for the new year. We'll just give up our room so you two can sleep together, problem solved. After Chen Yi finished taking a shower at his second brother's house, he got a video call from Xu Zhixia. The two of them chatted affectionately for a long time, only hanging up when it was almost 12 o'clock. Chen Yi checked the messages in the Qianshan village group chat. Chen Dao had already become the laughingstock of the entire village, but to him this still wasn't enough. He muttered coldly to himself, I'm going to make you lose everything and force you to walk the exact same miserable path I did. Chen Yi saw a message pop up from Lin Wanqing, and he ended up chatting with her for another half an hour. He flirted with her so smoothly that Lin Wanqing couldn't get enough of it. It wasn't until 12 o'clock that he finally put his phone down, turned off the lights, and went to sleep. He didn't know how much time had passed, but while sleeping soundly, Chen Yi groggily felt someone slip into the room. He suddenly snapped his eyes open and threw off the blanket, only to see clearly the person hovering over him. It was none other than Hu Wenjing. She flashed him a playful, seductive smile. You're awake? Dumbfounded, Chen Yi stammered, Sister Jing, why are you? But before he could even finish his sentence, Hu Wenjing pounced on him like a hungry tiger, wrapping her arms around him and sealing his lips with a kiss. Over an hour later, it was almost 2 in the morning. The two of them were leaning against the headboard, smoking. Just as Chen Yi was about to speak, Hu Wenjing cut him off. Don't even start with that, I'll take responsibility for you, nonsense. What are you, some kind of player? Shish, keep your voice down. What if we wake up my brother and sister-in-law? Oh, it's fine, we're all adults here, even if they find out, they'd understand. Chen Yi sighed helplessly, alright, I can't outplay you. Hu Wenjing finished her cigarette, glaring at him like a hungry tigress. Still got it in you? Faced with such a blatant challenge, Chen Yi's eyes widened. He crushed his cigarette into the ashtray and gritted his teeth. Damn it, a real man never says he can't. After declaring that, he abruptly flipped over and pinned Hu Wenjing down. 10 in the morning, Chen Yi woke up feeling completely refreshed and headed over to his brother's little restaurant. His sister-in-law, Liang Shalwi, was cleaning up. Seeing him walk in, she told his brother to whip up a bowl of noodles for him. Where's Wenjing? She went out to pick up some supplies. Bro, have you ever thought about expanding the restaurant? I mean, I'd love to. But sadly, I don't have the cash. There's a storefront just down the street. Way bigger than my place, but the rent is through the roof. This new district is only going to boom in the future. Man, if I had the money, I'd really love to take that gamble. Wait, seriously? You guys are moving that fast? You're already at the meeting the parents stage? Yesterday, our beautiful campus star Jixia had to head home early. And last night, who told you to reject me? That's why I went back to my brother's place to sleep. So pitiful. Lin Wanqing pushed him away, flustered. Oh, get lost. What's so pitiful about you? Blushing, she swatted Chen Yi's hands away, terrified someone would see them when the elevator doors opened. So, how come you're suddenly meeting Jixia's parents? Does her dad know you have 100 million? Aren't you worried that he might use this chance to demand a massive bride price? Or even try to borrow money from you to fund his investments or something? Chen Yi let out a cold scoff. Dismissing the thought, he said, if her old man actually pulls a stunt like that, I'm walking right out that door. What are you saying? It wasn't easy finding a sweet girl like Jixia. I mean, sure, if Jixia and I get married, I'm building a life with her, not her dad. But if her family seriously tries to take advantage of me and leech my money, then the deal is off. Besides, there are plenty of great women out there. You're definitely one of them, Wanqing. I could just marry you instead. Before the elevator reached the ground floor, he flashed a wicked grin and suddenly pulled Lin Wanqing into a tight hug. Flustered and blushing, she pushed him away. You absolute menace. Don't you try that smooth talking with me. Though she scolded him, her heart fluttered with secret delight. The elevator doors slid open. Lin Wanqing shot Chen Yi a playful glare. Smiling, she said, alright, enough fooling around. You just figure out the rest yourself. Chen Yi walked with her to the convenience store to grab a few things, then headed back to Dudu's hospital room. He was right in the middle of playing with little Dudu when Shu Jixia called. Yi, we've arrived at Juya restaurant. Hearing this, 12 noon on the dot. The Shu family had actually arrived early. He let out a loud gasp. Oh crap. Then why didn't you tell me earlier? Aren't you making me look completely rude? In front of my future father-in-law? Oh, shut up with your father-in-law nonsense. Do you need me to come pick you up? Chen Yi asked over the phone. No need, I'll be there in under 10 minutes, Shu Jixia gently reminded him. Okay, no need to rush. Just drive safely, alright? After hanging up the phone, Chen Yi said his goodbyes to Lin Wanqing and left. He headed downstairs, grabbed a few packs of premium cigarettes, and drove straight to Juya Pavilion. Hold off on the food until my guest arrives. Dad, is this really necessary? We're just meeting my sister's boyfriend. Making us all come early just to wait for him. He's sure acting like a big shot. Huo Dongmai immediately shot her a glare. Shu Shuyao, watch your mouth. Sit up straight, act like a proper young lady for once. Wearing a skirt that's short in the dead of winter, aren't you freezing? It's over 20 degrees out today. I'm roasting. Fine. I said sit up straight. Shu Shuyao shot her father a resentful look, and reluctantly fixed her posture. Shu Yaodong grew more furious by the second. Just look at you, that ridiculous purple hair. What kind of student looks like that? You're a senior in high school now. The big college exams are next year. Can you please take some responsibility for your own life? Shu Shuyao slammed her phone down and snapped back. Dad, how am I not being responsible? This is called being trendy and fashionable. You guys just don't get it. Trendy and fashionable, my foot. I think you're just asking for a smack. Sis, look at dad. Alright, just stop making mom and dad angry. I told you we shouldn't have let her grandparents raise this brat. Look at how spoiled she's become. Mom, Dad, please just stop being mad at Shuyao. The most important thing right now is Jisha's boyfriend. Exactly, don't let this little brat ruin your mood. Sister-in-law, Chen Yi and I aren't even at that stage yet. Oh, come on, Jisha. If you think he's a good catch, you need to lock him down quick. Yes, your sister-in-law is absolutely right. When that young man dropped you off last time, I liked him right away. He's a very handsome young fellow. Ha ha ha. Dad, you went out of your way to invite Jisha's boyfriend to dinner. Could it be for the building materials project over at Dinglong Bay? Hearing this, Shu Jisha's gorgeous face instantly froze, her delicate brows knitting together in a tight frown. Ma Rong just smiled and kept going. After all, the guy's got cold hard cash on hand right now. Perfect for investing. Shu Jisha's heart pounded with sudden anxiety. She couldn't help but shoot a glance at her father, a terrible thought crossing her mind. Was he only inviting Chen Yi to dinner for the money? Just at that tense moment, Chen Yi's voice echoed from the doorway. What are you all chatting about? Did I hear something about a project investment? Seeing Chen Yi push the door open, the color completely drained from Shu Jisha's face. Her chest tightened in pure panic. Well, I said 10 minutes. I'm not late, am I? No, we just ordered the food. Wait, what's wrong? Shu Jisha looked incredibly tense, quickly snapping her head to look at her father. Right then, Shu Yaodong was glaring daggers at Ma Rong, silently warning her to keep her mouth shut. Shu Jisha tightly grabbed Chen Yi's arm and forced a smile. I'm fine. Come on, let me introduce you. Shu Yaodong stood up with a massive grin, eagerly reaching out his hand. Boss Chen, thanks a lot for coming to dinner, Chen Yi said, shaking his hand. His mind raced, quickly sizing up Shu Yaodong. He clearly knows I only got rich from a lottery ticket, yet he's still calling me Mr. Chen and acting so polite. Could there actually be a hidden motive behind this dinner? Still, he kept his head held high. He smiled confidently and replied, Mr. Shu, you're too kind. Jixia and I are old classmates. I really should be the one treating us to this meal. Mr. Shu, this gentleman has already settled the bill. Should we bring out the food now? Hey, as a younger guy, I can't just ignore basic manners, right? He casually offered Shu Yaodong a cigarette. Shu Yaodong took it, his eyes full of appreciation. He quickly said, all right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Chen. Come on, please have a seat. I assume that must be Auntie? Looking at Jixia, she clearly takes after you. She inherited your gorgeous looks. No, Auntie, I mean every single word. Well then, thanks, Mr. Chen. Come, take a seat. Let's get the food served, and bring out the motai. And who might these two beautiful ladies be? She's my third sister. She's in high school, and the one sitting next to my mom is my oldest sister-in-law, Ma Rong. Chen Yi gave a polite, easygoing nod to greet them. Ah, so it's the little sister and the sister-in-law. Mr. Shu, your whole family really has some amazing genes. Sitting in the corner, Shu Shuyao clung to her phone and muttered under her breath. What a greasy creep. Huo Dongmai immediately shot her a glare. Oh my, Mr. Shu. How's your alcohol tolerance? Let's have a good few drinks today. Ha ha ha. Shu Yaodong's attention was completely diverted. He burst out laughing. Ha ha ha, I can hold my liquor all right. But definitely not as well as you, Mr. Chen. You young guys always have me beat. Chen Yi smoothly chimed in, well, you know what they say. The older the ginger, the spicier the bite. Shu Yaodong happily cheered in agreement, and the two of them finally took their seats. The waiters began bringing out Juya Restaurant's signature dishes one after another. You're Jisha's father, so you're my elder. Let's drop the formal titles. I'll respectfully call you Uncle Shu, and you can just call me Xiao Chen. Let me toast to you first. Cheers. He clinked his glass slightly lower than Shu Yaodong's, showing perfect respect as a junior. Shu Yaodong happily raised his glass. Ah, wonderful. Then I'll call you Xiao Chen. The two clinked glasses and downed their drinks. Sitting to the side, Shu Jisha's pretty face flushed slightly, her eyes completely captivated by him. Meanwhile, Huo Dongmai happily shot her daughter a look of pure approval. Auntie, since you don't drink alcohol, let's substitute it with tea. I'd like to toast you, too. I actually saw you the last time I dropped Jixia off at home. If she hadn't been so shy about it, I would have gotten out of the car and said hello. Huo Dongmai happily picked up her teacup and stood up. Oh my, is that so? I actually saw you back then too, Xiao Chen. I even asked that silly girl about you, but she just refused to tell me who you were. Beside her, Shu Jisha's face burned a bright shade of red. She shot Chen Yi a subtle glare, silently blaming him for bringing the whole thing up. So Xiao Chen, are you from Qianshan village? Yes, auntie, I'm the third child in my family. He calmly explained his family background, while Xu Zhixia quietly placed some food on his plate. Watching his calm, confident demeanor, she found herself completely mesmerized. Xu Yaodong and Huo Dongmai were also secretly giving him extra points in their minds. They felt that Chen Yi's natural confidence was something Xu Zhiji's desperate people-pleasing could never compare to. When the topic shifted to the future, Chen Yi put down his chopsticks and said, after the new year, I'm planning to start my own company. Everyone was curious and asked what kind of business it would be. Even his sister-in-law, Ma Rong, looked up, her alluring eyes staring straight at him. I used to work in e-commerce, so I'm planning to launch a digital media company. It looks like you're pretty familiar with this field, sister-in-law. Yeah, I actually used to be a live streamer. But Chen Yi didn't keep the conversation going with her. Instead, he turned and asked Xu Zhixia, are you familiar with the live streaming industry? Xu Zhixia shook her head slightly. I'm in fashion design, but our company does have a live streaming department for online sales, so I do get the basic concept. I just don't know the deep technical stuff. Come on, Uncle Xu, let's have a drink. You young folks are bold and driven. You're way better than our generation ever was. Chen Yi replied humbly, Uncle Xu, I actually think your generation building such massive businesses from scratch is what's truly impressive. Xu Yaodong found himself liking this young man more and more. He burst into a hearty laugh. But right in the middle of this wonderful atmosphere, the door to the private room burst open, and Xu Zhiji walked right in. Xu Zhixia tensed up immediately and asked coldly, what are you doing here? The moment Xu Zhiji spotted Chen Yi, his face completely dropped. This guy was actually sitting here, having dinner with Xu Zhixia's parents? Have things really escalated to meeting the parents already?